Wait, let me just get my drink. I'm so sore, dude. Ooh. Ooh. Wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. Oh my god. Oh. You know what? My ass better get stronger from all I'm running. I swear to god. Oh god. Here we go. Okay. The evidence that ends the David case. Legal breakdown. Honestly, I don't see how we can get away with it based on, like, they found the body in his Tesla and everything. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't.
Singer David is absolutely done as we look today at his
he is. Okay.
criminal case. Of course, the legal mindset, we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into this case today.
Okay.
So let's start here. Of course, we have the defendant in this case, David Anthony Burke. He's a famous singer, for those that don't know.
Oh, we know.
Obviously, he is now on trial. You see him here in the actual court when these proceedings.
Wait, why is he behind, like, plastic? I don't know. What? Like, why? I'm actually genuinely asking. It looks like something from Hannibal Lecter, dude. It's kind of creepy. What the fuck?
Going down just the other day. So, looking at this case, this is a very, very heinous situation with some
It's a disgusting case.
very serious facts. So, turning to my opening statement, 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, her remains were found in September of 2025 in the trunk of David's abandoned Tesla. He was arrested in April 16th, 2020.
But it wasn't just abandoned. It was, if I remember correctly, the Tesla was impounded, and wasn't it? And then it started to smell, or was it not impounded? Maybe I imagined that it was impounded.
In charge with murder, continuous abuse of a child under 14, and mutilation of the body. He has pled not guilty, and he has been held without bail. Now, this is a very,
that is some serious charges. Financial gain, witness, lying in wait, continuous abuse of a child under 14, mutilation. Oh god. How can you not plead guilty, dude? What the fuck?
Bail. Now, this is a very, very crazy and difficult scenario because there's a lot of facts here. There's a lot of evidentiary issues, and there's also a mountain of evidence.
Oh, it is.
Bro, I'm media trained you.
Oh my god. Yeah, so it was her. Oh my god. Yeah, fun fact, he was streaming before. There were so many people who said like, oh no, this is not her, this is a girl that looks like her, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh no, but it's not her. Like, he literally had his victim on a fucking live stream.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Oh!
And that's the first thing I want to address when looking at this case. So the first thing we get to is the cause of death. And this is Celeste dying by being stabbed by an object that caused 2 penetrating wounds to her torso and caused a liver injury. She was presumptively positive for benzos and meth, MDMA.
Oh yeah, so she was drugged.
I have personally spoken to witnesses who told me David used hard drugs with them. Well, this is definitely believable.
But she's a child.
Going to the murder level, then obviously if you're willing to murder somebody, then obviously using drugs would not be a far stretch from there.
No.
Definitely can see that. One of the other interesting things is the references that David makes in many of his music videos.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
About death and about people passing away, and also even in one of his music videos where you have a image of a girl who looks very, very much
yeah. Woohoo!
like Celeste being kind of all these.
Jolly, do you remember when I told you that he literally put his own evidence into his... Oh my god. No wonder people liked his song so well, because they were actually accurate, dude. Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
References, all this evidence is definitely going to be brought up. And
oh yeah.
Again, it seems like he essentially was telling on himself.
He was.
Throughout
dude, he was showcasing it. He was like, yeah, look at me.
the presentation and his public appearances around the death of Celeste. Another thing to get to now is getting to what went down on the actual night. And this
Yeah.
is a very interesting scenario because it paints a picture of not, David doing this alone or David being in a situation where no one saw him, but it paints a more complicated picture. So it says here
Okay.
on April 24th,
Some people are just crazy, dude. So yeah, I agree. Some people are fucking mental. And people still say, mental health is not that bad. Yeah. Okay. No, shut up. No. Mental health. Okay. No. Keep your kids safe. Mental health. Oh my god.
just hours
Like, I think people forget. She was 14. 14. 14 is so incredibly young. Okay? We're not talking about some 22-year-old. We're not talking about a 25-year-old. We're not talking about a 30-year-old. We're talking about a 14-year-old child. And I've seen so many people like, yeah, but 14, they should know better. 14! 14, okay? It's a fucking child. It's a child. Simple as that. Nothing else to discuss.
Prosecutors allege that David Anthony Burke, killed Celeste Rivas Hernandez. His management held a Withered album release in Los Angeles beginning at 8 p.m. David then took a red-eye flight to New York afterwards. All of his managers were likely in LA for the party. The house that Celeste was lured to, according to prosecutors, was leased by his management company.
Oh.
So you're going to have some investigation there, of course.
Oh.
So the question is, who knew what and when?
Yeah, who knew what?
April 23rd and 24 were not quiet, uneventful day or nights. David had just performed at Coachella. His album was being released, and a party was being held in his honor. There were people around him, and he was the center of attention. It is difficult to believe he had much time completely alone. Who knew what and when? And that's
who knew what and when? I'm actually
the defense attorney that was hired by David, very expensive attorney Blair Burke.
Why is he behind plastic? I'm sorry. You look so dumb. The fuck is this? Is it like some sort of like after COVID we're starting to do this, or is it because like he's actually like it's considered after very serious crimes, or like what? I genuinely am curious. Yeah, 14 years of age are just nothing. You barely start your life at that age. Yeah. And like I'm not saying that 14-year-old doesn't know anything. I'm not saying that. Like you might be a very competent 14-year-old. But I am speaking in the sense that imagine being 14-year-old and you're being drugged or are being given drugs by a grown-ass adult who is not treating you right, okay? No. You can't not tell me that you as a 14-year-old child would not be scared. I would be. I think most people would be. Because why not behind plastic, I guess? I have no clue. Oh, good night, Jelly. Good night. It looks dumb behind the plastic. What the hell?
Who is very famous for handling high-profile celebrity cases. She's going to try to interject maybe doubt, try to
interject, yeah, that's a picture of Celeste.
Here, alibis, but all of that in the world is not going to get over mountains and mountains of potential evidence, especially as to the inappropriate images and the possession of those.
Oh yeah, they found a bunch.
Is massive. So looking here, they say a couple of other items of interest from the David.
Well, I haven't seen this. Okay.
The assistant district attorney confirmed there were 3 separate investigative grand juries convened in November 2025, December 2025, and February 2026. She also stated that the defense would need to provide a 10 terabyte drive for David's
Ooh! Oh my god! 10 terabyte? Frizzy, you and I, we know how much 10 terabyte is. Defense needs to provide a 10 terabyte drive for David's iCloud account alone. Holy shit. That's a lot. Oh my god. What did he have there? Nuclear codes? Like, what the fuck? Ugh. I'm so glad I'm not the one having to go through that. Oh shit, dude.
Cloud account alone.
Oh my god.
Additional search warrants were served on
I feel bad for
tablets,
whoever.
and other devices at the time of David's arrest.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on. What?
Jesus, that's way much. That is even more than the photos I've taken over the years of motocross. Yeah, and like, I know that, like, he was a musician, right? I know that songs can take space, pictures take space, but like 10 terabyte for iCloud account? Holy shit, what did you have there? That's, oh my god. Like, I feel bad for whoever has to go through that, but I know that some people said that, like, oh yeah, he had a lot of, like, child material, which is why I'm saying I feel bad for whoever has to go through that account, if that is correctly. I feel bad for you. I hope for the best for whoever has to go through that, and I hope that they don't have to see things that it's haunting them, to be fair. Probably no nice things? Yeah, probably not.
And a copy of the complaint, and we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case.
Did he say 40?
40 terabytes?
Fucking hell! It's what the fuck do you mean 40 terabytes? What the hell did you save? A house? The Sims with mods, with fucking magical unicorns riding a cat is not fucking 40 terabytes. The hell have you saved? Oh my god, 40! 40! Shit, dude. Are you fucking mental? Oh my god. I'm not laughing of like the series of the cat. Jesus. What did he save? The nuclear launch codes? Like, what the hell? Oh my god. Dude, you could have saved Africa on a hard drive. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy mother of Jesus. 40. Yeah, 40. That's way too freaking much. Dude, does he have like a secret black network? With like a child ring? Like, what the hell? Oh my god. What the hell did he save? Oh, but 40 terabytes is more than oh my god. If you're a game developer, I can buy that, okay? If you're an animator, I can buy that. If you're Disney, okay? Fine. If you're Pixar, good, okay. Universal Studio, fine. A normal person? Fuck no. What have you saved? What do you have? Like your dead family members in the terabyte? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually cannot fucking believe that's crazy, dude. Oh, that's crazy.
Now, while XQC
Oh my
may be
god.
shocked that there are 40 terabytes
I am,
of
too.
evidence that is going to be presented
Oh
in this
my
case
god.
and gone over in this case, if this is a case, once again, involving multiple devices, you got iCloud uploads, it's a relationship that's going on for a while, you've got potential music videos, you've got other things going to be entered in there. I'm not shocked about 40 terabytes of that.
Yes. Yeah. No. I am shocked about 40 terabytes. Okay, I am shocked. 40 terabytes is a hell of a lot, okay? I've been a photographer for, I don't know, 15 years. No. What do you mean 40 terabytes? Oh my god. Agree there. If you're some big media company, I would buy why you have 40. Yeah. And like, yeah, you're a music artist, but I would imagine that like, depending on what label you're signed to or whatever, like your label will most likely have like copies of what, you know, belongs to you. You would not be the one who have all the raw files and stuff like that. So,
Evidence.
Oh my god.
What I am shocked about is at this point in the trial, we haven't seen a waiving of speedy trial. So the defense has not waived their right to speedy trial, and the prosecution has said, hey, we're ready to go forward in 60 days. So neither side is really like letting up on speeding trial or fighting back on speedy trial.
Oh,
which
why?
is absolutely insane to
Yeah.
go over 40 terabytes of evidence.
Poor people who has to go through 40 oh Jesus Christ. some people is gonna get overpaid. Oh my god.
And try to have all that reviewed within 60 days. I imagine that as we get closer
You're
to that
crazy.
60-day deadline for speedy trial, once again, everyone has that right to a speedy trial. You have to actually waive that right. Once we get closer to that deadline, I'm thinking we're going to see the defense go and waive that right and extend that. I really cannot see this thing going forward in 60 days, although I'm not surprised.
Oh my god.
The next thing I want to bring up is my judgment. So let's move over to the judgment. So in this mountain of evidence against David, the 40 terabytes of inappropriate content, I think is what's going to absolutely ban
Oh
him.
my god.
Even though he hired a top-tier lawyer.
I believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor is he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity.
The defense is going to be difficult due to the volume of evidence and publicity. He can't just bury this and make it go away, no pun intended. This is something that is...
Oh my god, one is the volume of the evidence and the publicity, okay? One is the volume of that, and yeah. But you honestly, I do not see an argument where his management, people around him, or whoever have seen Celeste with him can come up with that will defend that, yeah, he was hanging with a 13, 14-year-old girl. Like that in itself, it's gonna be hard to be like, no, but it's normal, you know? That is hard. And why? You know, how will you explain that? Like, if she was hanging around his house and staying there, whatever. And then, you know, I'm not gonna say that his music is like definite proof, but when so many of your songs and music videos portray and describe certain things that are oddly familiar, it's gonna be hard to argue with a jury or a judge that like, oh yeah, this has no relation. And also when like you have clips of her with him that are circulating online, it's like, and to be fair, I don't know what the 40 terabytes of inappropriate material are, but if it's images of her or in general, you know, just as young girls, it's also gonna be hard. Because how will you explain that away? Either way, you're a bad guy, you know what I mean? Like, either way, you're not gonna come out of this as a good, no. And then the last thing, like, oh yeah, but we found her, you know, basically dismembered in your Tesla. Like, I don't know if they got any photo evidence of the Tesla, but from my experience with Teslas, it depends, of course, on the sensitivity and the settings, probably. But I know that somebody that I know have a Tesla, and if they're walking too close to the Tesla instantly starts to record. It records, right? And it wouldn't surprise me if that Tesla had, like, maybe recordings of who was the last one near the car or whatever. Maybe. And if he's the last person, like, that is accessing the car, oh, there's just so much that, like, I do not see. Like, of course, it will depend a lot on the inappropriate material, but there's so much and other that we know that, like, it's hard for me to say or think now that he's gonna get away with this. Like, nah.
Already out there, it's beyond the kind of the point of no return, and he can be convicted on those images.
Oh,
on
yeah.
What he may have on those hard drives, the iCloud accounts. If he's got inappropriate images, then
if he's got any images of, you know, basically children inappropriate or against their will, yeah,
that is
he's
very
screwed.
much
He's
gonna be
screwed.
able to put him away, perhaps even for longer than the homicide.
Oh, yeah.
charges. So regardless of whether they can hit him on the homicide charges, which we'll get to as the trial progresses, we'll see how much the prosecution can prove this decisively, how much they can pin up the timeline, where he was, etc. We're going to get into that, and we're going to see that as this trial progresses. But what I stop on here is the images. That is just a hard stop. If he was possessing those images, or on his drives, or on his outlook, they're on his
If he downloaded the images, if he got sent the images, if he kept the images, no matter what, he's screwed. He's screwed.
iCloud. He's done. He's cooked.
By his
He's
own action.
absolutely finished. And that's a slam dunk that
Yeah.
they really don't have to debate about or do anything else about.
No.
So we could see this case, and I can foresee this case because it is such a slam dunk there being some sort of perhaps really, really high plea deal or really insane plea deal that comes out that he probably will, reject one way or another. We'll see how that shakes out. But it could keep him in there for life.
If I remember correctly from what I read, the judge, it was rumored that like the judge is like, okay, either you get the death penalty or like life in prison. So, I don't know if this is gonna turn into just a fight for like, oh no, I just want to stay in prison, I don't want the death sentence, maybe he will plead and be like, hey, I would rather have life in prison than death. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, Legal Mindset has a good point that like, it's a slam dunk if there's images. Ooh.
For the amount of potential images he's got there, regardless of the homicide. I think the homicide we may have with a good defense attorney the ability to fight that, but with the images, that's just not going to happen. But I want to know,
especially not if you have images of her as well, like that doesn't help convince the case that I did not, yes, I have inappropriate images of her, but no, I did not, kill her.
what you guys think about the David case and how you think it's going to shake out, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh my god. I am excited to see how that is going to turn out. Like, it's incredibly sad that Celeste is not with us. But I am excited to see how this will turn out, because I remember when the case broke that like they found a dead body in his car. There were so many people on TikTok and Instagram and whatever that was like, yeah, but he didn't do it. Somebody's framing him. He didn't do it. And I was like, how? We don't know shit. Okay, to be fair, we're not the cops. Second of all, we don't know fucking shit. Okay? We don't know. Because we're not the police. Okay? I would assume if you find a dead, rotting body in a Tesla, I would assume that the owner should probably know something about that. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean you don't know? But there were so many people who were like, yeah, he didn't do it, oh my god, he could never. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be an exciting trial to follow, I think. I don't know when his trial will start, but it's gonna be interesting to see how that will turn out, to be honest. Oof. What does the comment say? Awesome video. Rap snitches telling all their business, sit in court and then bring their own star witness. Yeah, see here. Just the fact that a California prosecutor is seeking the death penalty means they have an extremely strong and disturbing case, and David is screwed. Yeah. You can't just use rap lyrics as evidence of a crime. Yeah, the next one, this is a lyric from his song. She died in that Arby's parking lot at 9 a.m. on the dot. It's Those 40 terabytes will be the death of him. Won't be surprised if somebody makes diss track called 40 terabytes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Famous singer had one moderate hit, and this murder is what actually made him famous. No, yeah, he had one hit song, but then again, he then got asked to work on like Arcane soundtrack, which really helped bump him up as well. Like he was on a good track. He could have really made it, but yeah, no. He was gonna have a concert that same month they found her. He was gonna have a concert in Norway, which was cancelled. 40 terabyte of storage in this economy. Holy moly, that's an expensive set of HDDs. Yeah. XQC's reaction to 40 terabyte was exactly my reaction to it. Yeah, I agree. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that chapter is also published. Oh god, I kind of want to see what he has to say about this. Wait, that is 4 months ago though. Does he have a newer one, or is it just like this? Oh my god, where did it go? Here you are.
Hey you, and well.
Hold on, is it just that one, or does he have a newer one? Oh no, he has a newer one. 6 days ago. Okay, I want to watch that. That chapter is really interesting. We used to watch Mullet before.
After all this time, David has at long last been arrested.
Yeah, that took a long time.
You know, and much like his classic hit, "What are you waiting for?" Nothing anymore is the answer to that. And he's now facing some pretty horrifying charges. Yeah, he's getting on.
To be fair, he fucking well deserved if he did it, you know. I don't feel bad for you.
By like the law.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas.
If the allegations are
she was
true,
such a nice girl as well.
14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, absolutely horrific, and this is a truly disturbing case. In this little video, folks, we're gonna raw dog, you know, the charges that D4ivd is facing, and they are pretty shocking and horrifying, to be honest, even to me.
Yeah.
And not only that, the autopsy report has also been released, and the state
Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez. Aww.
This hearing just occurred on April 23rd, and it all just makes a grim story more and more so. I mean, you probably could have guessed all that based on the initial video I made about David back in December, and, you know, now that it's all kind of catching up to him, it certainly lives up to it.
Well, so, is this just things we already know, or am I wrong? Hold on. Because this... where am I now? Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, because this is 4 months ago. Does this represent who he is and stuff like that? Yeah. Oh, maybe this is more interesting then. Maybe this one is more interesting.
It's about as wild as they come. It's an ongoing story, and it involves a singer, a car.
Yeah, we can skip the. I'm sorry, we can skip the intro.
Of popularity, till, well, like in a lot of cases, a horrifying discovery was made. A young teen, well, parts of her. As I said, this is an ongoing case, so there's like, count 'em, folks. There's going to be a lot of allegedly.
Because this was like 4 months ago.
And the yada yada yada. But it's wild enough, even with what we know so far, that we're going to go through it all. But before we do, please subscribe to see new stories for the dark every single year.
I'm sorry.
Let's begin. The 1000 block of North Mansfield Avenue, Hollywood, California. A quieter side of town. Lots of more industrial style businesses. That sort of thing. Not a whole lot popping off, and not a hell of a lot of reasons to be there unless you gotta. And on September 8th, 2025, Los Angeles Police Department officers, they gotta. See, there lies Hollywood Tow, which is...
Yeah, I was right. His car was towed. Yeah, the girl was a good-looking girl. Yeah, she, 14, she had her whole life in front of her. She looked like a sweet girl. Probably, made some wrong choices here and there, but, 14-year-old, she didn't deserve that. Fuck no. She deserved help, and she deserved somebody looking out for her. Which makes me so fucking mad. When grown-ass adults just like, oh, but I'm me. Fuck off. I'm sorry, fuck off. You're an adult, okay? Go and act like one. Jesus. I have no patience with those kind of people.
I mean, it's sort of exactly what it says on the tin. So no great explanation there. By the way,
it's a towing company.
From what says on Google Maps is a government grey site. I know what a black site is. Isn't that when the government like kidnaps people? So what the hell is a gray site? Moving on. That Monday, September 8th, 2025,
Yeah.
employees at Hollywood Tow, they called the police.
Mm-hmm.
They had many, many vehicles, which
Yeah.
they had impounded for one reason or another. But a 2023 Tesla Y, which they had towed in
2023, so it was 2-year-old Tesla. That's not good. A 2-year-old Tesla is not that old. Jeez, it was a pretty new car then. Holy fuck.
days previous, had this awful, awful smell emanating from it, and it was attracting flies and all sorts of vermin. The car had been
Oh,
impounded
no.
a few days previous. As a resident on a street in Hollywood Hills, they had noticed this Tessie parked on their street for, well, close to a month, if you can believe such a thing.
A
And the thing was,
month.
right, get it the hell out of there. The Tesla, it had Texas plates, so everybody was assuming somebody had driven it here and just, abandoned, or maybe it was stolen. Lord knows. Of course, though, the police arriving this day would soon discover why. Investigating the car, they opened up the front trunk, and inside was a bag.
Oh.
Opening up that bag, surrounded by flies and a smell stronger than ever, was a decomposing, dismembered body.
Poor girl. Well, 2 years in the car industry in this day and age are old. Yeah, but understand me correctly. Like, you have a car, you have a Tesla, you're an up and coming artist. You have a 2-year-old Tesla. It has been in a random street for a month before it was towed. And you're telling me you didn't notice the car was gone? Like, we're talking about a month. We're not talking about, like, a week, It's a month. I would be like, where the fuck is my car? Where's my car? That's weird. God. Okay, I might remember wrong, but I seem to remember that somebody mentioned that, like, he said it was stolen or something, which is fucking stupid. Every car has a registration number and a VIN number, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Yeah. It's like it's when you put all the things together, it's kind of like, this is a little sus. It's a little sus, you know what I mean?
Such a state that it was impossible to tell anything about who this was,
Oof.
or even how much of a person this
Oh,
was. As
poor
horrifying a
girl.
discovery as you'll ever find.
Oh,
This was all quickly taped off as a crime scene.
it was a
This
big
is
thing.
As horrific a discovery as you'll ever find.
Yeah.
That worker can't believe it. His coworkers made that gruesome discovery on the second floor of this parking garage. Now many wondering who would do this and why.
Oh my god.
An up-close look at the black Tesla where a body was found Monday stuffed in the car's trunk.
I don't know, it's pretty shocking, So it's a toll yard, so LAPD's toll yard, so it's pretty shocking to me, though.
I feel so bad for the workers and the police. That is not... I don't give a shit if you have been a cop for 10 years or not. That is not something anyone wants to see, okay? No person in the ambulance, no fire department, no police officer, no towing truck employee. No, nobody deserves to see that. No, it's fucking horrendous. It's absolutely... Oof. I feel bad. Ugh.
Victor's co-workers at Hollywood Tow made the gruesome discovery on the impound lot's second floor after noticing a strong smell coming from the car. Police then finding the victim's body wrapped in a bag like trash
I agree,
inside the Tesla's trunk. Fox 11 is learning the car was towed in from Hollywood Hills last week after someone reported it as abandoned.
And the first port of call
Abandoned.
to discover what's all this about was to run the plates of the Tesla this dismembered body had been found in. And running those plates to a David Anthony Burke. And
But I'm just... Okay, hold on. I'm not from the US. I'm just wondering. Did nobody run the freaking plates when they first towed it? Like... Or did you just take the car? Like, nobody ran the plates? What do you mean? Did you just take the... I don't know. But yeah, any kid doesn't deserve that treatment. No, it's horrendous. Oof.
your first thought, is that him? Have we found David Anthony Burke? Murdered and dumped in his own car, perchance, you say.
Oh yeah,
Perchance,
okay.
Because David Anthony Burke was better known under a different name, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
It was D4ivd.
Yeah, David.
David is what he went by. And the very same day his Tesla was found, he was performing a sold-out concert in Minneapolis. Turns out he was this crazy popular mad shit lad on tour. At the time of the body being found in his car, David was on tour, his Withered tour. The sort of theme or gimmick of the tour was that it was a funeral. There's a casket, photos, flowers, all that sort of thing.
Frizzy! Oh. Okay. I don't think I need to comment that, to be honest. At David's concert, he literally was throwing funerals. Oh my god!
Was for David's alter ego named of Itami. Itami means pain, ow, in Japanese, but it's also an anagram for I am it. And Itami always wears this like white shirt covered in blood, which is like, wow.
Wow.
Be fucking mad if there was a dismembered body found in his car, what?
Yeah, that's
So
some
he
bad
was on
sense of
tour
humor,
for
yeah.
his killer, dark side, alter ego's funeral. Though it would turn out
What a
that the funeral
coink-dink.
was actually for his career.
Oh my god. Yeah, his funeral was actually for his career. You know what? You have a fucking point there. That's a good point.
18 months.
And I'm joking about a lot, yeah.
Absolutely bonkers.
David, 20 years old, born in New York but grew up in Houston, was sorta always online. He first, before becoming a singer, was a Fortnite...
Yeah, like, one thing is having a line about what you jerk or not, but like, for me, it's too much of a coincidence that, what do you mean, that they found a dead, decomposing body in your car at the same time you're on tour with a freaking casket on the seat? What? And you're like holding like a funeral tour? It's just...
YouTuber. He did that for years before starting on TikTok, and then his singing career just exploded.
Yeah.
His dream was initially to be a professional Fortnite player, starting that back in 2017. But he would say in interviews that the music he used in his videos would always get copyright strikes.
Oh yeah.
He would use like Justin Bieber and Jay-Z in his videos to try and make them more popular. That worked for a while, till the music industry stepped in, whipped out their knob, and started battering anybody who used their music without daddy getting a taste.
How I came to even making music in the first place was posting Fortnite videos on YouTube and then getting copyright strikes. So I put my Fortnite monsters up, hoping to get discovered by the biggest gaming teams. I wanted to be a professional Fortnite player. And my videos always get copyright strike because the music I was using like SZA and like Justin Bieber.
Yeah, all of that
like,
get copyrighted.
The music that you would use to get views was very mainstream, like pop and stuff like that, to feed the algorithm so you get more views. So it's kind of like I'm trying to upgrade my setup, trying to get better computer, better controllers, better keyboards. I can't get any of it because I'm not making money off YouTube anymore.
The story goes that he started then complaining to his mom about all his videos getting copyright striked, and she said, well, why don't you make up your own music? He did. He began to make his own music in Fortnite videos, and then sorta just began to focus fully on the music side. So he literally went into his sister's closet, because it had the best sound, and began recording music. From there was this meteoric rise. It began on TikTok using BandLab to make music, to now where he has almost 4 million followers. This was pretty incredible. Sure, David was working at Starbucks at the time, and he actually got fired because allegedly they claimed he was overusing the employee discount. Which is like,
what?
What's the point of the employee discount then?
That's true. What the fuck is the point of it then?
Anybody their mocha frappuccinos with almond milk and 2 shots of vanilla anymore. He was done with that. He was good to go.
To be fair, if everything that is called like a cafe, I just make my own at home, okay? My own matcha latte, my own coffees. It's not often that I buy a drink outside. I just make it myself, because like, if I buy it from Starbucks or whatever, I don't know how much fucking sugar they put in it. Because I can tell you one thing, when I make matcha at home, it does not taste as sweet as the matcha I buy outside. And they promise me, no, we haven't added any sugar. I don't fucking believe you. Okay, no. Because this, something is wrong. So yeah. I'm making it home. Less sugar.
His SoundCloud soon eclipsed his YouTube Fortnite videos. You know,
I don't even drink coffee.
Oh,
I drink some, but not often, you know? It's like once in a while, here and there, yeah. So I save money on that, yeah. I just make it myself.
all in. He and his parents would fly out to LA for meetings with all these various executives. He eventually signed with one. It was wild.
I think he signed with the same one that Billie Eilish was signed with.
This whole story has started coming out. He gets over 25 million listens on Spotify 8 months. In December 2021, he released his first song. And from there, the tours got bigger, the audience grew. It was all gravy.
How long after did they start getting like tons of plays?
I think literally the next month. So I released these 2 songs in July. By August, it was,
It was like...
Imagine how creepy it is to be a celebrity and you filmed the video with him and then you watch the video back and you're like, fuck. A potential killer and, you know, a child abuser was sitting in my couch. But we have, so honey, we have to burn the couch. Fuck that. Burn the couch. That must be such a eerie feeling. Like you've let somebody like that into your home. Ugh.
Relabels called.
every single one. Yeah.
I would be embarrassed. Yeah, but like for example, Benny Blanco. Yeah, that's it. Oh my god, I had to remember who he was. But like Benny Blanco, like, you know, he's a producer. He doesn't fucking know him, you know? He's not his personal friend in that same, you know? It's like, hey, you want to come and do a video with me? Fine, fun, nice, you know? They're not socializing each night, you know? One thing is be embarrassed, but like, I would also feel like, oh, that is freaky. Like, you have had somebody who did something so awful that you didn't know. It's like, oh... That would have been a little freaky for me. I would have been like, oh god, no.
I think I was 17. Yeah, 17.
Okay, so you're 17. You're living in the middle of nowhere. You're uploading you're Alvin and the Chipmunks. You're a streamer and a video game player, and you're like slowly. Are you realizing?
Yeah, I agree. I would also be freaked out by that.
Like,
yeah.
Whoa, I could take this music shit kind of far.
Like, you never know what people do, dude.
When the music started doing more numbers in the video.
His biggest song, Romantic Homicide.
Of course.
Boy. And from the interviews, David seemed like a pretty cool guy. He was
Yeah.
humble, he was artistic, he was pretty chill.
Oh.
His music, honestly, very good. And
Yeah.
so his rise, people were delighted to see.
That is what is annoying, because, like, he was talented, he knew what he was doing, and it's just... It just goes to show, it doesn't matter how fucking good you are, you can still be an awful human being. Oh my god. There's people who has talent who's willing to just throw it all away because they want to do bad shit, you know?
But at the same time, he was still a kid. I mean, even now, he's only 20 years of age, and he went from being homeschooled.
I don't give a damn that he's just 20, okay? If you're 20, you do know better. You know you're not supposed to murder or abuse people, okay? I'm sorry, but no. No. At 20, you know better. Every single 20-year-old knows we're not supposed to dismember a body, and we're not supposed to murder anybody. You cannot talk me out of that, no. You're 20. You're not 5, okay? You're not 10. You're 20. It doesn't fucking matter. You can be super talented at some stuff, but also be a D-head, yeah. Like, don't classify a 20-year-old as a child. They're not. They're young, but they're not a child, okay? They are absolutely not.
By his mom in Houston, Texas. He went to regular school till high school, and then at high school they took him out.
Why?
Lord knows. But he was homeschooled, he was listening to, gospel music. Then he went to being online famous to in real life IRL famous, performing these sold out concerts across the world. All of that happening over the course of 3 years. Like that's quite a rise thing.
Yeah.
And definitely like one of those things where it's like,
ooh, you're going to bed. Okay, Francie, good night, sleep well. Thank you for the beef potato. Wish me luck on my run tomorrow. Woo! 3 kilometers, hopefully. 47 Croax! 7 stream streak. Oh my god, look at you, fire! You're on fire. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not bad. Have a good 3-kilometer run tomorrow. Thank you. I will update you on Discord. And good day as well. Thank you. Have a good day, you too.
How does that not make you a crazy person?
Oh,
To
yeah,
be
that's true.
homeschooled by your mom, being sort of disconnected from your peers and classmates, to suddenly living in Hollywood, surrounded by all these yes men who kiss your ass all day. That's gotta like mess anybody up. But
I don't know.
his popularity was just he was killing it, right? He had his alter ego, all this
It's still not a fucking excuse, though. You know what I mean? It's not an excuse.
artistic expression, all this blood and death. Then in 2025, he's on the Withered tour. Withered was that was his debut album. The tour began in August 2025, all based around funeral teams of death. Till then, 1 month.
He's
after
so
his
obsessed
tour
with death,
began-
dude.
We begin with that breaking news. Details after a body
Dude,
was found.
dude, you know what is horrendous? David was gonna have a concert in Norway, okay? And I was like, damn, he's coming to Norway. I was like, yeah, maybe we should buy a ticket. Should I buy a fucking ticket and go? I was like, ooh, you know, because he released a good song from like Arcane, had some good songs. I was like, yeah. And then those news hit. Like we didn't know that he was being charged, but all it said was like, oh, a dead decomposing body was found in David's Tesla. And I was like, no, fuck that. No, I'm not buying a ticket. No, I'm not going. I was like, no. Instantly, I was like, yeah, and I think it took a week or something before like they canceled all the concerts. They canceled the rest of the tour. Because I was like, I'm not buying a ticket now. No. It just gave me a bad feeling. I was like, no, that's some bad karma. Oof.
Inside a car at a Hollywood tow lot today. There's no immediate information about the identity of the person found inside.
He was linked to an actual death.
Yeah.
Is registered in Hempstead, Texas, to multi-platinum artist and musician David Anthony Burke, known professionally as David. This is video of David performing on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2023. The grim discovery was made after nearby residents complained about a foul odor.
Poor girl.
Police say the impounded car had been at that lot property on North Mansfield Avenue for a couple of days
there
now.
the alarm goes.
The story today is about a guy who became famous online, then in real life.
Wait, the car alarm, shouldn't Tesla be able to like deactivate that shit? Unrelated to the murder question, but like I would imagine that you could call Tesla and be like, hey, we're the police, yeah, deactivate that.
And then some very, very strange things started happening. And some very
Oh,
strange
yeah!
things happen on the
Oh,
internet
God.
that can have real world consequences.
Yeah.
Every time you use the internet, whether it's on your phone or
Uh-huh.
your computer, your IP address is logged and it's tracked. Your
Yeah.
IP address, it ain't your toilet. Your IP address is
Oh,
your
is this an
physical
ad?
location. And it is surprisingly easy for people to find
I
that.
am so sorry, Mike. I know you wanna go an ad for NordVPN. Yes, go NordVPN. But it's late in Norway and I need to get to bed soon. I have a jog tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the NordVPN though.
Well, people immediately dived through all of the videos, TikToks,
Yeah, of course they did.
lyrics he's released over the years, many of which had violent themes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they were like,
Hey, yeah.
See this? See this?
Ah.
But I mean, a lot of artists have violent themes and shit like that, so it's...
Yeah, but a lot of the things he released was like, this sounds familiar. Oh my god.
It's not unusual, really. When David was linked to the dismembered body found in a car registered to him, he immediately cancelled everything.
No, not immediately.
The
No,
release
no,
of the
it
deluxe
took
edition
some
of his
time,
album.
dude.
And so far, he has not said anything at all. Early on, the investigators would say he was cooperating fully. But the investigation was only taken off.
Oh, yeah.
Where his Tesla had been abandoned, it was less than half a mile from his rental property where he was living in the Hollywood Hills. And I
Half
say
a
rental
mile?
property, I mean mansion because, of course. Now, it was strange because that car had not been reported stolen or anything like that.
You see what I mean? Literally, who owns a 2-year-old Tesla and you do not report it stolen? I don't give a damn if you're Madonna or whoever you are. I don't give a damn if you have the most money in the world. Why do you not report it stolen? It's just... It does not make sense.
It was just sort of abandoned.
Yeah.
On this random street a half-mile from
Normal
his house.
people will like, hey, it got stolen. Can you look out for
You
it?
gotta presume that eventually it's gonna be towed.
Yeah.
Right, and when it does get towed, it will be linked via the license plate to David.
Yeah.
And there's a dismembered body in the front trunk of
Yeah,
that car
that's
the
true.
entire time. Having
Yeah.
said all that, David was on tour for the last month or so before the body was found. Primarily.
Was this? Let's see. Oh yeah, because this was in the US. Yeah, he was touring North America, August the 5th till September the 20th.
On the East Coast, and he's performing almost every day or every.
Here we have Europe, Oslo, October 1st. That was the concert I wanted to go to, and I was like, no.
Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York, Philly.
Oh,
Boston,
God.
Toronto. The car had been left there for 2 to 3 weeks, so it's unlikely that he was the one who left it.
Imagine if they didn't find the car then and I went to the concert and then this was discovered after. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know what I would have felt.
There. Though technically
It would have creeped me out.
that he did. The medical examiner would later identify the remains found in the Tesla as a
Aw.
female. And it would be over a week
Oh, look
before
at
she was given
her.
a name. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was
Aw.
14 years
That's
old.
young.
Now, a lot of news reports would list her as 15 years of age.
Oh yeah, she wasn't 15.
She turned 15 the day before her body was found, and it's believed she was killed quite a long time before her body was...
It was, I think it was several reasons why somebody reported her as 15. Yeah, it was the date there. But then again, a lot of people on social media as well were talking about a different girl that apparently was 15. All in all, full on bullshit. It was just her. It was just her. People got everything mixed up. It was a mess. Online, it was a mess.
was found.
Oh.
And you don't still age when you're dead. But it
Yeah,
was
no.
incredibly tragic. Like this 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's
and
very tragic.
This child found dismembered in this R&B pop star's trunk. What the shit?
Mhm.
Celeste was from Lake Elsinore, a city southeast of
Yeah,
Los
she was a
Angeles.
missing person.
And from reports, young Celeste
Aw.
had a history of running away from home. Now, why she ran away from home so often is unclear. Did she have good reason to? We don't know. In 2024, 3 times
Still sad.
Celeste was reported missing to the police in February, in March, before the final time in April of 2024. It was that April 2024 runaway she never returned from.
Aw.
She reportedly called her family back in Lake Elsinore in May 2024.
Okay.
Saying, I guess she was fine, don't come looking for me, but she never went home again till, then what, a year and a half later, she's found dismembered in a Tesla. Like,
That must be absolutely horrendous.
the news reports listing her as 15 years of age feels like some dumb shit where they're trying to make it sound like she is older
Yeah,
than she is.
she's
She was
14. 14.
She was a child.
Yeah.
And this is when things...
You're still a child when you're 15, okay? No. Don't come at me and say you're not a child when you're 15. Technically, you are. Technically, you are a child when you're 15.
Things get even more spicy. Allegedly, when she went missing in April of 2024, she was dating a guy named David.
Oh my god.
She was 13 years of age when she...
No. Oh, bro. Oh, no. Go to hell. Go straight to hell. Oh my god. Throw away the damn key. You know damn well better. You know better. Oh, don't come at me. You know better.
disappeared. And so if that is indeed D4ivd, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
There are
agree.
news reports of the family trying to find her, reporting her missing to
Yeah.
the police, putting up missing person.
Aw. I remember this poster because this one was circulating after she was found, and people were like, "Oh my god, look at this!" Last seen wearing gray pants, black sweater, a hat, and Hello Kitty sandals. Oh my god! Current age 13. That is. I don't give a damn if you had a good reason to run away from home or whatever people are saying. That is somebody's child. That is somebody's daughter. Yeah. No, that's horrendous.
Flyers asking local businesses for CCTV. There's also alleged reports that her family knew where she was and who she was with. 80 miles away in Los Angeles. And also, allegedly, with a capital A, some of her friends back in Lake Elsinore knew exactly who she was with and were extorting David, extorting him for money in exchange for keeping the whole thing quiet. However, police did not say that David...
If that is correct, then fuck them all. Okay, if your friend is with somebody like that, you call the police. I don't give a damn. No, that's horrendous.
and this victim were dating, but internet investigators, they did find that Celeste and David had the same tattoo, this tattoo on the right index finger. Is the secret that you're grooming a minor and neither of you want anybody to know you're in a relationship together? People would say lots of celebrities have that too, it's pretty common, but I mean, come on. As further evidence of a relationship going on between Celeste and David, a video resurfaced appearing to show them streaming together on Twitch.
Oh yeah. You have to have some kind of dumbass gene to think, hey, let me bring my victim along on to it. No, fun. Oh no, F off. Ugh.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer.
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, big family. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even. We need to delete it.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
If you live stream it, somebody's gonna save it.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that comment. David and Celeste Island trip. Oh my god.
Mwah, mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything.
This was in January 2024, so when Celeste was running away from home. Again, 13 years of age. Discord screenshots were released.
Oh, there we go. He has a girlfriend. Pretty sure he's dating right now. What? Yeah, her name is Celeste. Okay, so people knew.
Of David talking to a Celeste, asking for a Celeste. Photos would surface of David in Lake Elsinore. And what the hell else would you be doing out there? That's 80 miles from where the Tesla would later be found. He released his most famous song, Romantic Homicide, on her birthday, September 7th, 2022.
Oh, that's so creepy, dude. Oh. Aw.
Her 12th birthday.
12th birthday? Jesus Christ.
TikToks sneakily referencing her.
When your car declines at therapy and they bring in that one Hello Kitty girl you met in 2021. Last seen wearing grey pants and a black sweater, hat and Hello Kitty sandals. If that was my child, oh my god, I would have burned the internet down. That's disgusting.
She was seen at his concerts, backstage, all of that.
You cannot tell me that his management did not fucking know. You cannot. No, charge them all. Don't tell me. Oh, we didn't know. No.
Also, again, allegedly,
you cannot
David
tell me.
had an unreleased song with lyrics about a girl named Celeste.
It has been leaked,
Wow.
I think.
What are the odds of that one? Small world.
It's a small world,
The
yeah.
lyrics go like this. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. But you
Oh
look so
my
damn gorgeous
God.
in that dress. Missing you so much makes
Nah.
me depressed. It's lyrics about a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, makes Lolita look like a perfectly normal relationship.
Oh my god.
And sure, fuck it. Why not? Let's keep going. There is this theory called the invisible string theory, also called the red string of fate, that David was a mega fan of this theory. Now, what the invisible string of fate is about, it's this East Asian concept, kind of spiritual idea about people being destined to be together, people being, meant to be together, tied together by, big old piece of string.
Yeah, that's fine and all, but I'm sorry, I don't think I'm tied together to a 12-year-old child. No. Give me some damn scissors. Mm-mm. I don't know what the rest of the intro means, but I am certainly not tied to any kids. Nope.
It's very woo-woo, sort of
Ugh.
ugly, but our boy Dave, mad into it. He really believed
Goodness
that, he was
gracious.
destined to meet some people, destined to be with some people forever. You were always going to meet this person no matter what. Fate. It's all about fate. On his debut album, Withered, which just released earlier this year, there's even a song titled Invisible String Theory Interlude.
Yeah.
About this very concept. The song is, it's a conversation David is having with a woman, maybe Celeste, and this woman, maybe a girl, is explaining to David, you know, about the theory and what it means. So that's sort of strange, given all that is happening, that he is such a big believer in the theory that he has a song all about it on his day.
I wonder if that is going to be used as evidence, probably. Because if that is Celeste, then they can say, but hey, look at this. This was his motivation. Oh!
Debut album about a woman explaining the theory to him for the first time. So you could sort of think that maybe David and Celeste were such big believers in this theory that they were destined to be together, tied together forever, that maybe they could convince themselves that, oh hey, her being a child, this sort of, the red string of fate sort of overrides that, so we don't need to worry about her being underage. That's why she would run away from home, that it was them against the world. So I guess sort of maybe that made it what they were doing okay.
No, hell no.
Their minds, or David's mind, at least. Now, to keep going with this, there is a website called Unsent Letter Project, where people just write these short little letters that are meant for, you know, former friends, former lovers, and it's, you know, very
interesting,
romantic and sort of high school girly. On February 23rd, 2025, there was a letter written titled Celeste. Now, David would have been aware of the website Unsent Letter Project because it had been posted to his Discord earlier. And the letter to Celeste, it goes a little something like this. You will forever be the one that got away. I hope the invisible string theory exists for us. Now, we will get into it later, but it is very possible that Celeste could have been dead by the time that letter was written. Now, again, we don't know if they wrote that. It could have been
You never know.
Right, but when it was posted, which could have...
I wonder, have the medical exam said anything about that? Let me Google that while Mike talks, because I'm actually unsure if they have mentioned something. Oh my god.
Been around when Celeste died. It's titled Celeste, and it references Dave's obsession with the invisible string theory. And here is a video of him explaining the invisible string theory in an interview. This was 2 months after that Unsent Letter Project letter. He's explaining the song Invisible String Theory, which is also interlude.
With this interlude, it's kind of like telling my view on what the invisible string theory is, or the scarlet string, or the whatever. This is so many different names.
Is that like that? Is it also connected to like the rope that's around?
Yes.
In the
album
video?
cover, I'm covered in this string, which is representative of the.
You're covered in thorns.
Throughout the entire project, I wanted everything to feel connected. I wanted everything to feel holistic and have a through line that everybody could understand. And with the interlude, it's kind of explaining from my perspective how it was taught to me, because that's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, I love you.
Okay, here we go. According to, let's see, oh my god, where did it go? According to the prosecutor, they alleged that the teen was killed and her body was dismembered sometime or around May the 5th, 2025. So, yeah, at the time that he supposedly wrote that letter, she was alive, according to what they believe. Yeah. Oh my god. Her body was found in black. Oh my god. I feel so bad for her parents. No matter what, it was still their child, you know what I mean? Like, oh. It was still their child. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I hope they get justice.
Love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like, people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed. But
Well,
I feel like
you
it
should.
can sometimes. And that's why I wanted to
Prison.
do Afterlife and all these songs that feel like endings and conclusions and goodbyes on the project.
Yikes.
Crazy.
Big yikes, folks. That is, he cut the string. It's all about endings. Death. Not looking good for you, pal. And then, just to cap this sort of section off, there was a comment posted in reply to one of his TikTok videos.
Oh.
The comment was posted back in 2024.
Oh, wow.
And this comment, posted on one of his little videos, it's sort of obtuse, sort of hard. You have to really read between the lines as to what this person means when they wrote this. Now, let me just bring it up. Let's see if we can decode this. Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl. Wonder what that means. And that's just half of the creepy links between the two.
Oh my god.
Then even more stuff.
Like, I can understand that, like, random people on the internet, I mean, like, people who, from different countries, people who just followed him just because they heard his song, I can imagine that they, not all of them would know, because it would be like, oh, it's a girl, I don't know, not everybody deep dives into any celebrity, right? But you cannot tell me that his management, people that was around him 24/7, people that worked on his tour, like, people who worked on his tour and his concert, they would know who he was bringing. Because they needed to know because of his security measures. Don't tell me that nobody knew. The fuck? That's weird.
I mean...
Oh my god.
Allegedly. Okay, so, like, this part of the story is still pretty unclear. But on Instagram, David only followed, like, a handful of people. One of those handful of people was an account named It's Matthew Tree. And Celeste, she had a brother named Matt Rivas. So this Matt that David followed, and the account was like completely blank, so people were pretty suspicious about who this account was. They began DMing him, basically saying, hey, David was allegedly dating this girl who was found dismembered in his car. She had a brother named Matt.
Uh-oh.
Are you that Matt?
Uh-oh.
He then started to reply. More of the story started coming out. And again, like, just to be clear, it's not... confirmed that this is actually Celeste's
Oh, it could have
brother,
been like a fan or something.
The story went a little something like what I'm about to read out for you. This entire conversation was posted by an account called Arav. Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus. All love, man. Yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. Fuck, well, he had it coming. That's wild, just randomly. Did you even ever talk to him? I met him once in person. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, was she living with him? All of this stuff is so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence.
Oh.
So it was waved off. Bullshit.
To be fair, that doesn't surprise me. Like, it is not impossible that that actually could have happened. Ugh, but that's shitty from the police, though.
Now, there's 1,000 people backing you up. That won't happen again. But if they had listened, even then they don't do anything. They haven't done anything towards him. That's how it is with celebrities. Just look at fucking Diddy. They don't do shit. I know it fucking sucks. Fucking crazy people suffer for it. How long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. Which disputes what the medical examiner's saying. Damn, that's so soon. People have been saying like a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. What do you think happened? Like he just didn't want her to expose him being with her? I don't know. Damn. Was your sister, like, in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just manipulating her. Yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she
Yeah,
was
exactly. My sister wouldn't say anything. It's hard to do anything. Yeah.
18 to get married.
Ah.
Stuff like that. The medical examiner would later determine that Celeste had been dead, deceased for an extended amount of time before she was found.
I mean, they're saying
long
May the
before she turned
5th.
15 years of age. In fact, in some reports, it's believed that she may have been deceased, like, since the springtime. She was found in September.
May.
She may have been dead for months. Her dismembered dismembered body was found in the car.
Laying that Tesla all summer? Ugh.
Before it was found abandoned on a random street in the Hollywood Hills. So what the shit happened between when she was last reported missing in April of 2024?
But it would have been weird though, like if she was in the car since May, because that, you know, that would attract flies way faster, I think. I would believe, at least. So I don't know, maybe he kept her somewhere.
She died, possibly murdered. I mean, it's not like she dismembered herself.
No, definitely not.
Sometime in the spring or summertime of 2025.
Oof.
And I mean, as all of this was coming out at the time in September, online people were trying to blame everybody except the guy who owned the car.
That's fucking crazy.
She was found in and
nah.
was dating the victim.
There was enough evidence online, dude.
It must have been a friend, an accomplice, his manager, maybe. One of them did it. And maybe he didn't dump the car as he would have been on tour for the previous month, but he sure as shit could have been around when she died. After Celeste's body was found, her family launched a GoFundMe to help with funeral costs and stuff like that. As
well, that's nice of people.
Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified as the body found last week. She was a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend. Her family is heartbroken and devastated by this tragic
That's nice
loss.
of people to
Any funds
donate.
you are able to donate are greatly appreciated.
That's nice.
It's disgusting, like, even without the dead body, possible murder, like, you gotta imagine, like, a popular guy like Dave, he's gonna be surrounded with some kind of entourage. All the parasites that come out of the woodwork as soon as they, you know, smell money. So all of these agents, managers, and all that. And some of them must have known something.
Yeah.
Especially if she'd been dead as long as she likely had been dead for. And even him simply dating a 13-year-old, likely earlier than 13, as he references her before she even turned 13 years of age. Like, it's insane. And nobody said anything about, yeah, by the way, this popular singer, he's
I feel like there's so many more people who should be charged, but who knows, after his case is done, or during his case, maybe things will come out and maybe other people will be charged. I would be happy if other people who played a role into facilitating this bullshit, if they also got charged. I don't give a damn what kind of moneymaker he was for you, I don't give a damn who he was, but fuck off, nuh-uh. Do not tell me that you with a good fucking conscience was like, oh yeah, I knew. Uh-oh. Disgusting.
Alleged, you know, predator. I mean, this is the same sort of
he's a predator.
You see all the time with all these Hollywood people being.
Yeah. The only difference between him and other predators are that he's famous, or he was. He's more famous now. He's gonna be infamous.
Fucking gross.
Infamous.
Now, David's manager, Josh Marshall, would claim he had no idea about Celeste, had no idea his
oh,
was
okay.
dating an
I don't know.
underage and reported
I have no
by her
clue.
family child. There was also, allegedly, an email sent to him back in 2024 from adults in Celeste's life. Her family. They were emailing his manager saying, you know, please help us. Maybe our daughter is a child. Maybe,
so then he lied. Then he knew.
The Rolling Stones in the 70s?
Then he knew.
Getting an email. A neighbor, though, of the house in the Hollywood Hills would say he's seen David and Celeste all the time. They were always hanging out together. She was probably living in the house with him. But the neighbor,
my god.
He thought she was, he didn't realize she was so young. He thought she was like 19 years old, like a student at US.
To be fair, if you're a neighbor, do you really observe the other neighbor? Like, he might not have seen them up close. He might just have seen them from a distance. I could understand why he would be like, oh yeah, because, you know, you wouldn't assume. To be fair, if you know David is your next door neighbor, you wouldn't assume a 14-year-old or 13-year-old is living with him, you know? I certainly would not assume.
See, or something.
Tonight, law enforcement sources say...
Oh, hello, Backblood. Evening all, what's this video about? We watched the update about the court case of the David, about what evidence they have against him. The 40 terabyte material. Oh my god. And then I remember that, it's been a while since I got the whole case. So I'm watching the video from that chapter. This video is like 4 months ago, but like it's a good like summary of everything that was like discovered. Yeah. But the most recent thing is like, yeah, he's in court. Yeah, he's not getting out of this.
LAPD spent hours searching the Hollywood Hills home of star singer David. Detectives removing
Imagine being
multiple
this
items
fucking
from the
dumb.
home overnight, including a computer.
You have talent and
Police
you're a
said the
creep.
Tesla had been
Oh my god.
abandoned not far from there.
This morning,
Wow, yeah.
authorities urgently looking for clues in the death.
Dude, they found 40 terabytes of material. Inappropriate material. And my biggest drama is Sony's BS new policy. Oh no, what did they do now? Did Sony update something? Like, what did they do? Oh. Aren't they always doing some bullshit? I think the last Sony thing I had was like a PlayStation. Was it PlayStation 4? Yeah, that's the last thing. Even then I was done with them. I was like, fuck this. New policy starting March or April. Oh god, no. Which? Oh god, I'm sorry if I'm not updated on that, but I don't have a newer PlayStation. Policy Sony. Oh, is it the DRM changes? What? "30-day online DRM check." What the fuck? What? Oh no! Oh hell no! Well, hold on. Sony rolls out 30-day online DRM check-in for PlayStation digital games. Players could temporarily lose access if they don't keep their consoles online. Oh, that's some BS. Okay, so Sony likes losing money and likes losing customer here. Wow. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh my god. Why do you have to make everything so hard? Literally. Oh my god. This is why I keep going back to retro games, dude. Fuck that. Oh my god. Basically, from now on, any new digital games you buy from this point forward, you have to go online every 30 days or you lose the license to play the fucking... Oh, why? Oh no. I may be wrong, but I think there's some kind of freeze or something. Twitch just keeps loading, but nothing's happening. Oh no! Yeah. Have you tried YouTube? I am on YouTube as well. Maybe I forgot to put that in the title. Oh no, I did. I am on YouTube as well. Worst case, if it doesn't load on Twitch. Twitch might be having some server issues. They have sometimes. It happens. Yeah, unfortunately. God, that's... Oh my god. Sony are stupid, dude. Oh. Oh, it's a headache to be a new gamer. I miss the 90s, you know? You went to the store, you bought a physical game, you were like, yeah! You had to blow the cartridge. Because it was dusty. Plug it in the little handle. Woohoo! Off you go. Dude, I still have... Oh my god. I have... This is my baby. This is my baby. I love it. It has Pokemon. It has all my favorite games. I love it. And the best part, Nintendo and Sony and everybody else, you can't take it away from me. You can't. It's mine. It's mine. Love it. Oh, goodness gracious. What is it? It's it looks like a Game Boy, kinda. But it's, you can load your retro games into this, and then it works like a Game Boy, just with games from every system. Oh no, the power actually went out. Oh no! I forgot to charge it yesterday. No! I want to play Pokemon, damn. So yeah, but every single retro game I have and stuff like that, what is it called? Retro emulator? Oh. What did you think of the policy thing I told you about? Twitch completely froze out on me. I think that it's a stupid policy, and I think that Sony... It seems like Sony likes losing customers and likes losing, you know, people who actually want to use their service. Me, personally, that's just one more thing to why I would rather go with Xbox than with them. I was a fan of Sony before, but it's just annoying. Like, it's just one more annoying thing that you have to do just to be able to play your games. And for me, that is like, I don't want to do it then. Fuck no. If I wanna buy games, I wanna buy games. I wanna buy games. I wanna sit down, and I wanna have fun and play. Can you tell me what it's called? Oh yeah, hold on. I can give you a link to it. Let's see. Is this? There we go. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, here, this is the model. This is the model that I have. There's a bunch of different types as well. If you Google like retro handheld on Amazon, you can find a bunch. Like people have loads of them. That's the version I have. I'm happy with it. I'm looking to get more different types. They have one that looks like a Game Boy Advance. They have one that looks like a Nintendo Switch. They have one that looks like Game Boy SP. Like there's a bunch of them coming out more and more. So yeah, yeah. Like, also I'm disabled. It'd be painful as hell for me to have to get up and change the disc out every time I want to change the game, which is why I get digital games. Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm sorry to say, but not every game is like worth getting physical. Cause I don't know about you, but more and more stores are shutting down. More and more stores are stopping taking in physical copies. So you either have to order them online, risk getting them way after first day release, or you can buy them digital. And you know, some people like having everything digital, so they don't have to use up their space in their house as well, because games take space. And I really understand why you don't want to do that, you know? It's stupid. It's such a dumbass policy. God. Sony. I don't know. Who thought that was a great idea? Literally, who thought, wow, let's do this. Oh, didn't they learn with like wasn't it the Concord game where like the trash can had a gender or whatever? Are they like allergic to earning money? It's just stupid. Honestly, it's stupid. I do not know if they do this to like fight piracy or whatever they do, but like this doesn't help. No. Oh my god. Not only that, but some games aren't even available physically anymore. Exactly! Like, I'm not even kidding. What's the point? For example, if I want to buy a Nintendo game, right? Let's say I want to buy a Nintendo Switch game. I go to the store. I find the game and I'm like, wow! And then I look on the cover. Only digital download code inside. What's the point? What do you mean there's only a code in? Then there's no use for me buying the cover. The fuck is the point? Why? I don't understand. I actually do not fucking understand. This has happened to me more than once. Where it says, only a digital download code inside. I'm like, why the fuck? Why? I don't understand. I'm like, I might as well just say fuck it, okay? I might just go home and buy it digitally, because fuck that. No, It's actually stupid, okay? It's actually insane. It's not even funny. They're allergic to happy customers, yeah. These days, if I had to choose between Sony and Xbox, I would definitely go with Xbox. That's 100% because of Xbox Game Pass. 100%. That is 100% because of Game Pass. The only thing they have going for them is that you have so many games in the Game Pass that I'm like, okay, it's worth it. It's fine. Oh yeah, that new crazy thing Nintendo started doing last year. Oh yeah, but not only that, like, you have two different digital things now. Because one, Nintendo Switch 2 games, yeah, they're only digital download in the little chip, right? But there's a few Nintendo Switch games where you don't even get a chip. This is from Nintendo Switch 1, not 2. You just get a download code. You get a paper inside with a download code. And I'm like, the fuck is this? I'm like, nah. Nah. Nah! No! I'm not even down for it. Nah. And to say nothing about being able to get it on sale with digital only. Exactly. It's infuriating. This is why I play a lot of retro games. This is why I love indie games. I love retro games. I love gaming studios who actually value you as a customer and as a player. I love certain video game studio who's like, hey, we're not gonna be the asshole. Okay, we just like games, and I'm like, yeah, I like games too, and we can be friends, you know? Oh, fucking Sony, oh my god. Well, another reason for me not to get a PlayStation. Oh, hell no. God. That's actually crazy. But yeah. Retro handheld. If you like retro games like Pokemon and everything, one of these, like, you put your ROMs into an SD card. You can have everything in like one machine. I am chronically ill with chronic pains. So for me, like, it's not every day that I have like the energy to sit and play games on a computer because it hurts. Or I'm not feeling well. So having one of those, very nice. Love it. Absolutely love it. I can sit there and I can play Pokemon and I can be like, wow! It's funny. Things like this is why I'm switching to Steam. Yeah. Yeah, Steam is nice. Honestly, I've been seriously debating selling my PS5 to help pay for the Steam machine whenever it goes on pre-order. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have, what is it called? Rogue Alley. I have one of the first ones. Rogue Alley, one of the cheaper ones. Doesn't have the best battery life, but you know what? Fucking love it. A handheld just for, you know, Steam and whatever. Beautiful, you know? If the PlayStation 5, I could not give a less shit. I just, no. I'm so sorry to everybody who loves Sony and PlayStation 5. I just cannot care. No. I just do not like it. It's not accessible. They make it hard. Oh. Also, I have a Steam Deck that lets me play some older games. Oh, I wish I had a Steam Deck. I don't have the Rogue Alley, but I want to get one more. Just like a Steam Deck or something a little more spice, a little more powerful. Has a little bit longer battery time. Oh, the Rogue Alley, I heard that. I got a straight Steam Deck, yeah. Yeah, I got the Rogue Alley because it was on sale when I got it. So it was like, okay, I'm not really losing it. Do I have it? Hold on, I have it. Hold on. Ow, I'm sore. I've been jogging. Fucking hell. Oh, my body. Let's see. Where are you? Not there, not there. Wait, am I meant to go? You know what? Maybe I am. Where did I put it? What? Am I might be losing it. How am I? Are you in here? Oh, there you are. I put it in a different one. Ah, here we go. I have a lot of handhelds. I love handhelds. Hold on. Ugh. Let's see. There we go. I have... Okay, so this is my main one that I have now. The one that I linked. This is the famous Mio Mini Plus. This is the one that trended on like TikTok like a while ago. It's quite small, like quite short, which is why I like this better. Because it's like a bigger size. It doesn't strain my hands. But nice for a pocket gaming. And then I have this. Oh, wow. It's not the best version, it's not the prettiest, does not have the best battery time. But hey, does it function for me, chronically ill, to lay in my bed and play a video game? Yeah. Am I happy with it? Yeah, I am. Could have been worse, got it on sale, not too bad. I got a nice deal, you know. The current model Steam Deck has a pretty strong battery life. We recently got an update where it has a pass-through where you can leave it plugged in and limit the power charge. Ooh. I think I know what I need to get now. I need to get a Steam Deck, dude. I need to get a Steam Deck. Because like this one is decent. It's quite comfortable as well. Like, I really don't mind it. Like, I enjoy it. Doesn't last as long though, but yeah. Yeah, maybe I need to upgrade the Steam Deck. Because this one has served me well. This one, and I have the. Dude, how big is this compared to the Nintendo Switch 2? It's actually fucking the same size. Jesus. Oh, I know people say they don't like the Switch 2. I do. I don't mind it. It like. But then again, I do play a lot of Nintendo games, and I have like a lot of Nintendo 1 games. Nintendo Switch 1, so like it works on them, so yeah. So yeah. For instead limited at 80% charge, and once it hits that point, it draws power from the power cord rather than internal battery. That's for long playtimes, especially if you play it on the dock to the TV. Ooh. Oh yeah, you prefer handheld gaming overall, correct? Both yes and no. For me, it kind of depends. There are certain games I really love a handheld for, and then there are certain games that I love playing on PC because of the bigger screen and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a crazy one. It depends on my mood, it depends on my pain level that day. Depends on a lot, but I love them both. I have a passion for both. I love gaming in general. I do. I do have a retro collection. Yes, it's heavy, I'm small, I need help carrying it. And I call my dad, I'm like, hey, can you help me carry my gaming collection? Gotcha, yeah. Oh, I need to open a window. This is warm! Whoops. Oh my god. There you go. I'm in a small room that is gonna get fixed as my streaming room soon. Fresh air. There's no air condition in this one, so one PC gets warm. But yeah. Oh, but no. I love a lot of it. I love... Can you turn on, actually? Maybe it has enough power now. I have a deep love for a lot of games when I think about it. I'm very diversified when it comes to gaming. I can really love an old game and I can really love a new game. Yeah. But then again, I'm pretty much willing to try pretty much anything of gaming. I'm gonna restart my laptop because this buffering BS is giving me a headache. Okay, if not, I am live on YouTube as well. Because it might be Twitch, I don't know. It might be Twitch. But I am live on YouTube as well, dual streaming, so yeah. Oh god, there's still 20 minutes left of this asshole. Okay.
Celeste Rivas.
In the meanwhile, the investigation was quietly moving forward. A search of David's rental house was done, and some items of evidence, including his computer, were seized. It hasn't been released, however, what exactly. They had been in there for almost 12 hours.
Oh my god.
It was also reported that the LAPD had a special team in there with luminol looking for possible blood.
Of course.
On September 17th, David's parents' home in Houston, Texas was swatted.
Waller County Sheriff's Office.
Hello, I need help.
Okay, what's going on?
You need help?
My address is...
Okay, what's going on?
I heard, some, gunshots.
Gunshots?
How close to your residence were they?
They were, right outside my house, and I think someone's dead.
Okay, what's your name?
Say it again?
What's your name? Okay, and why do you believe that somebody's dead?
I don't know, I just heard like a loud scream and there was gunshots.
Okay.
You want to tap the door? Wait for me, wait for me.
Oh, did somebody call in a fake call? That's so dangerous. God. They actually swatted. Oh no, they swatted his parents' house. Jesus Christ, that's scary.
We got a phone call from here. Saying that
I thought they meant that like they raided the house, but no.
she's dead. Is there somebody else that lives on this property that has your address? What's your address?
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and seeing like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's it. We got an address. There was a gunshot and a woman screamed.
Huh?
I'm serious. That's why we came up here like this because and then they talked to the caller. Whoever they were talking to said that there's a person dead. Knock on the door. We need to talk to them.
Why did you just close the door? Dude, you should open the door and be like, hey, we're gonna go out, you can check the house, don't worry.
We have calls dropping. Okay.
Oh my god.
For what? We're right here.
I'm calling 911. For what? We're right here. Yeah, they are. What the hell you mean? They are 911. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah. I'm calling 911. For what? We're right here. Oh my god.
Sorry about you, but somebody called and said
Hi, it's us again. Jesus Christ.
They called on themselves. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, there's somebody dead.
Somebody dead, yeah.
Someone's dead.
Yeah, the best thing you can do there, just say, okay, hey, we have kids, we're just gonna yell at them to come here, gonna evacuate the house, you can check the house, good. Oh my god. Please rewind that, I need to see that. I'm calling 911, okay. There we go. Well, hold on.
Ma'am, we gotta figure out what's going on so we can leave, okay? I need you to talk to us. We have calls dropping. Okay. Sorry? For what? We're right here.
I'm calling 911. For what? We're right here. You can see the confusion.
Sorry?
Just look at his face. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm here. His face, I would have been just as confused. I would have been like, what do you mean? Calling that? We're here. I would have been like, why are you calling us? We're here. Imagine being a call person, be like, hello, yes, are they there? Yeah, they're there. Goodbye.
For what? We're right here.
Oh my god.
Someone's dead. That's why we take caution, you know what I mean?
They have to. They are obligated by law to check it out. They are obligated.
Hey, what's the whole number? Go to your numbers right here. This one. But whoever it would ping here though, because wherever they call from, it pings and sends it to dispatch. What? So like whenever you call 911, wherever you are, it sends like a ping.
Well, are they in the garden then? Like what? Ugh.
And this address came up to this number?
Yes, ma'am, that's where he was meeting.
Did they use like an online service maybe?
Engine 42.
So is there somebody on my property?
Uh-oh.
We'll check the property for you, yes, please.
Yeah, dear God.
So that was a false alarm? See, I don't like this kind of thing. So if I really do have an emergency, then...
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry.
Oh my god.
If you have an emergency, you know we're going to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You all have a good night.
An anonymous caller said there was a shooting with a dead female victim. Of course, police arrived and nothing was happening.
That's creepy. They
Still,
could
it's
spoof though.
It's a fairly shite one. Something also interesting because this case is full of these little interesting tidbits.
Like, they could spoof the number. They could. Is it possible someone somehow rerouted the ping signal to cause confusion or something? It could be. And, like, depending on how close the ping locations are, you don't have to be certain on the property. You could be, like, if you know where to be. But yeah, they could. Alright, spoofing, yeah. They could spoof, yeah. Spoofing was also such a big thing in the beginning of 2000s.
Was that the owner
God.
of the rental where David was living? Now, the owner of that house didn't know who David was.
Yeah, no, of course not. He just rented out the villa. What the fuck you mean? Like, he didn't care. He was like, yeah, sure, some celebrity want to rent my house. I don't give a fuck. He was just like, give me my money.
Didn't know David was living there. The rental house, the agreement for that house had been signed by Josh Marshall, who was David's...
Oh, the manager? Hold on.
House. Didn't know who David was.
Okay, so, yeah, okay, so he never knew.
Living there. The rental house...
The contemporary house in the affluent Bird Street neighborhood of Sunset Boulevard is only about 500 feet from the parking place on nearby Bluebird Avenue, where David's Tesla was abandoned for at least 3 weeks before it was towed to an impound lot on September the 5th. Yeah, so, okay, the house owner didn't... Of course the house...
The agreement for the house had been signed by Josh Marshall, who was David's manager. And after all this came out, David swiftly left and has gone to ground somewhere.
Oh my god.
Somewhere in LA or in Houston, Texas.
Of course he hid.
The property owner, they hired a private investigator. Why they...
Wait, the property... Oh my god. Your landlord was like, fuck this. Your landlord rents a private investigator. Jesus Christ. He was like, I'm not fucking around with this. Fuck no. I could understand it though, because, you know, if there's a... Like, you don't know if a 14-year-old girl was murdered on your property. If I had that kind of money, I would also hire a private investigator. Because that's creepy.
I hired a private investigator to investigate the case when, you know, this is already a police matter. I'm not too sure. The private investigator would say that the homeowner of that rental where Celeste may have been living, may have died, wanted to know exactly how the house was linked to the case.
Yeah, but also, like, have something happen in there, like, do we need to pull up flooring? Like, is there property damage that we need to sue for? Like, what was the... Did he hide the body there? Like, you don't fucking know. I get why he wanted to be like, hey, we need a private... I get why.
So, maybe they could sue David or something.
I would have sued the ass out of him. I would have sued him. I'm sorry, but no.
You know how much the rent was? It was 20 grand a month to live in that house. We truly are in the...
Oh, no. 20 grand? In Norwegian, that's like 200,000 kr... Oh, no. Dude, some people got too much fucking money, dude. And here you have me. I feel rich because I have a glass of Coca-Cola. And my fucking ass handhelds, that's what I have. Woohoo! Oh my god. That's actually insane.
Age of people being greedy enough to ask for it and stupid enough to pay it.
The last date that we have that shows her alive is January 2nd.
Oh, this is the private investigator.
The medical examiner has said she was in a very advanced state of decomp.
The PI would reveal the last time Celeste had been seen alive was January 2nd, 2025.
Damn.
That is a long time before she was found.
But,
9 months. The PI...
But we read in the autopsies. What the hell? We read, according to the autopsy report, they could conclude that she most likely had been dead at least since the May 5th. So she probably hasn't been dead since January, but at least since May. So I don't know if he kept her as a prisoner in his house since January, but who knows? I'm sure that will come out in the court case. Fucking horrendous, disgusting man, dude. Ugh.
Also revealed that the Tesla in question, starting in May of 2025, had been parked at a few different spots around the neighborhood before finally, on July 29th.
Yeah, so from May, okay, we know this video is 4 months old. Now we know she has been dead at least since May. So since the date she has been at least dead, he has parked this car around to try and hide the fucking evidence. Disgusting, man. What is wrong with people? Oh, can people get like normal hobbies? Like what the fuck? Can we stop being creeps? Like that's disturbing on so many levels. Yeah. The worst part about Blood is that half of the internet, or even more, was defending and being like, no, he could never murder a 14-year-old girl. Of course he fucking could. I don't give a damn that he's a celebrity that like his music. He's capable. Everybody's capable. Ew. That's creepy.
Was left in its final spot where it would later be towed from, which is, coincidentally, that date. That's when everybody started leaving LA for David's tour.
Oh my god, sorry. I had to plug in my keyboard.
So possibly David could have been the one moving that car after
all. Yeah, of course he could have.
Car, starting in May, was parked in a few different areas around that neighborhood.
That's weird.
And then ultimately, July 29th, left in its final, parking spot on Bluebird. And this happens to be...
People didn't think Chris Brown was capable of beating Rihanna to bloody pulp either. Yeah. And I think it's funny, like, honestly, I might be crazy for this, but I think it's funny how you could do that to a person that you say you love. Like, you could beat them to a fucking pulp. And then 10 years later, people are like, oh my god, he's a changed man. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You might have changed. You might have become a better guy. I don't give a fuck, honestly. Like, if you have changed, good for you. But I don't want those people to earn money and be celebrities. Fuck off. No. You can live your life peacefully, in peace. But I don't. If you're willing to do that to somebody else, no, you're not okay. You're not okay. I haven't bought anything from him since. I haven't even listened to his music. If his music's ever come on the radio, I'm like, switch. I'm like, ugh. It's just. I fucking hate it when, like, they say, like, oh my god, celebrities are humans. Then act like a human with fucking compassion, okay? Stop being like, I have money, I can do whatever the F I want. No. I hate it. I bought his first 3 albums as a lad, too. Yeah, but, like, that was before we knew, you know? We didn't know any better. It was like, ooh, nice music. And then that came out and we were like, no. No, thank you. Yeah, that was before the incident, yeah. And to be fair, I don't give a damn if you're a woman or a man. You're not tough, okay? If you beat someone like that, you're not tough, okay? You will find out how little tough you are when you get into prison. Because then you will see who is actually tough. Because nobody's gonna like you. Oh.
For the same day that they're leaving on a tour bus to begin the tour,
so he dumped the car the day. Oh my god.
David's, tour.
Yeah, so he had.
The remainder of David's tour canceled last month.
They're probably, relying on toxic.
Such a sad way. She was a beautiful 14-year-old girl. She had a whole life ahead of her. That's oh god, that's horrendous.
Psychology to better understand exactly what happened, which means it could be an accidental overdose. It was a really bad decision made after.
It was okay. We know now. It was not an accidental overdose. She was stabbed at least 2 times. It punctured her liver. So yeah. Was this last year or recently? It was last year. It was last year. She was found in his Tesla 25th or 5th of September last year. She had been missing for a long time. He's a grown-ass adult and she's 14. I think that tells you enough about the case. It's fucking horrendous. And me personally, I do not believe. You cannot convince me that either his management or his music label, or people that worked with him, did not know that he was dragging along a 14-year-old girl. That was his romantic interest. He's 20. He's over 20. You cannot tell me that his management and everybody around him didn't know this girl that he was bringing along to every concert. So, yes. Creepy. Bad man.
A car with possibly a dismembered body inside of it. And it's a Tesla. They have cameras.
Oh, yeah. 14, she was also the dismembered. Oof.
Like, all over the wazoo. The police must be able to know, like, who was the last person inside the car, who was the last person
Tesla.
driving it. They must be able to tell from the cameras, but they they're keeping everything pretty close to the chest at this point.
Probably because it's such a huge case. Because if it leaks now, the last footage from the Tesla, you know, they're probably waiting to release that until the court case, which is why I'm very excited to see when the court case starts, because I wanna see what the hell happens during that court case. They said they had 40 terabytes of evidence from his own files alone. Like, David's files was 40 terabytes of inappropriate material. What the hell did he save? The nuclear launch codes? Like, what the heck? So I'm very excited.
Like everything in this,
He's screwed either way.
humdinger of a twisted tale.
He's never getting out of prison.
Jack shit. The private investigator, by the way, Steve Fisher, he would claim, you know, he'd learned more from his contacts within the force about some of the items the police had seized from that rental home, you know, when the police searched it after the body was found. And he would say, quote, there were some items at the house that were still in their original manufacturing packaging that had been delivered that have no use in a home in the Hollywood Hills.
Ugh. As part of his 3-week ongoing investigation, the private detective said he discovered multiple tools, normally used on farms. I hope he burns in hell. I'm sorry. I hope he burns in hell. That's so fucking horrendous, dude. These are items that belong more on a farm than in a home. It would make no sense to even own these things, he added, refusing to name the specific items so as not to interfere. David, go to hell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you have a nice time for the rest of your life in prison. Never get out. Please don't. No. Just no. Oh my god. He'll be lucky enough to linger long enough to ask for parole. Inmates do not play with grown men messing around with young kids. Yeah, but the fun fact is, this 14-year-old girl, okay? She was most likely an abuse victim, like a child abuse victim by him. He has talked about her since she was 11, 12 years old. She was found dead when she was 14. She was also dismembered and killed in a horrible way. There has been rumors and people are saying that the judge is saying you either get life in prison without parole or you get death sentence. So, I don't know which one I would hope for, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, he's screwed. He's screwed. They have him. He's never gonna see the light of day again. He's never gonna get parole. That has to be a miracle. Like, the prison has to burn down. Maybe David and R. Kelly will be cellmates. Maybe! Hey, they might get along. They might get along. They might enjoy their time together. For his sake, he better hope he gets the needle. Yeah. If he goes to jail, he may have a fate worse than death. Yeah. Yeah. And I think if you're on... Okay, I'm not American. But if you're on death parole, you're pretty much isolated from other inmates, so that is generally safer, if I remember correctly, because like they try to actually keep you alive in a way, so I think you're actually safer then. And to be fair, even if you get the death sentence, like, you can sit on death thingy for like years. People have been there for like 10 years, 12 years, 20 years, like, you can get a death sentence, but you can still live like 20, 30 more years, you know? Like I said, in America, prison inmates do not. Yeah, no. If you mess with kids, pregnant women, or elderly, or in general women, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be the favorite in prison. They're not gonna like you, okay? There's certain people in prison who's like, oh yeah, okay, you like beating on women? Yeah, fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. They're like that. It's like, same if you're robbed from elderly. Oh, they do not like you if you rob from the elder. Messing with kids. People have harmed other people for less. So, yeah. Honestly, good luck to him. Good luck to him. It will be an exciting case.
These are items that belong
I can't
more
imagine that he
farm
lasts
than in
long.
a home. It would make no sense to even own these things, saying they were sadistic.
What the hell was his plans?
Get rid of a body.
They were disturbing items.
And Fisher told KTLA he found
Like,
items that could
Was it like a chainsaw? Like, oh god, that's just disturbing by itself.
linked to the crime. Items left behind by LAPD even after a search of the property.
There's some items, some physical items that I unfortunately can't
Some of the items probably didn't hit on Luminal hit, probably.
disclose, but they are significant because they could be something that could have been used in a plan to actually get rid of her body.
Oh
that is
my
probably
god.
The vaguest and sort of dumbest shit I've ever heard. That could literally be anything, by the way. He's just being purposely vague. I mean, that could be a fork. This is sadistic and could be used.
No, because he specified that it was things that belongs on a farm. So it could be like shovels, it could be chainsaw, axes, it could be a machete. You know. It could be a wood chipper, for all we know. Like, it could be a wood chipper. People have gotten rid of people with a wood chipper. So, like, but if it hasn't been used, if it's brand new, there's no, like, the police probably just took a photo and didn't take it with them because it's not being used. Like, it hasn't been used, you know, if it's brand new. They only need a photo to say, this is what we found. This tells you all you need to know. So, yeah.
To get rid of a human body. You know what else could be?
Oh,
Celeste's
Jesus
body
Christ.
was released to her family on September 23rd.
Oh.
However, by that time, the authorities still hadn't determined a cause of death.
Yeah, no.
In fact, to date, it hasn't been determined at all. No one knows how she acted.
It has been determined now. She was stabbed, and they found MDA or something in her body. So she had drugs in her body, and she was stabbed. And people who has been around David has said that it's not uncommon for him to use hard drugs with people. So
Actually died or was killed. She was determined to not be pregnant, though, as you know, some people were thinking maybe that's a possible motive for her death, was that this underage girl gets pregnant and
yeah, that's a
Upstairs
common
doesn't want his
motive,
career
unfortunately.
ruined. Yada yada yada. You know where it goes from there, but she wasn't. Now this case has been slower than molasses, but as you can imagine, with such celebrity tied up on it, and the sheer amount of internet-ness
Oh, God,
associated
yeah.
to the case, like David was self-admittedly chronically online, from YouTube to TikTok to the Discord, so the evidence trove here is extensive, I would say. Big. It's bigly. So the hubbub around this case has reached fever pitch. David, meanwhile, has gone to ground. All of the brand campaigns that he was supposed to be a part of, which were many, as, you know,
Oh, yeah.
brands would want to attach themselves.
Like, at the point that this broke, he was on his way up, you know? It was like, oh, he was there. Yeah. And then
to him,
by his own fault.
I mean, not anymore. As I said, the Withered tour was... It was accidentally a funeral tour for his own career because all campaigns just dropped him. All these celebrities, buddies, rubbing elbows with him, all just dropped him like a bad habit as well. Now, initially, the LAPD would say they had no suspect in the case, which, okay, sure. Saying they didn't have a cause of death, so no...
That was probably just not to spook him. Like, David, like, he had money, you know, they were unsure, he was on tour, they didn't know how long she had been in the car, you know, for all they knew, she had been in the car for 2 days, you know, they didn't know. They didn't know that, oh, but he had the opportunity to dump this car. Because from what they knew, he had been on tour since, like, a long time, so they might have just been like, oh no, nobody's a suspect, yeah, just to not spook him. But they probably knew who they were gonna get. They probably knew who to look at, to be honest. But they didn't tell the newspaper that. Of course not.
No idea if this was a homicide or no. But
yeah.
likely concealing a dead body was the crime. But I mean, as I said, she didn't dismember herself.
Yeah,
With
no,
someone
that's
as
true.
high profile as David, though.
Oh yeah,
it
this
makes
is
sense that they would
this
do
is from his music video, dude.
all of this. this. They would really want to make sure that they have their ducks in a row before they do anything. As time went on, though, the police would say, actually, you won't believe it. David is not actually cooperating with the investigators
Oh, wow.
at all. Ho-hum. But as the investigation continues, the cause of death was now listed as deferred, which means they haven't found it yet. They are still working on it, and they're also still...
The fuck? Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, you haven't heard his music, have you? He literally has a song called Romantic Homicide, dude. Can I hold on. Oh my god. There we go. I can turn up the lyrics. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm charging my keyboard because it's almost out of power. Hold on, there we go. Let's see. Genius.com. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Here we go. This is his song, David, Romantic Homicide. I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Enlighten me, my dear. Why am I still here? I don't mean to be complacent with the decisions you made, but why? In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Called Romantic what? Yeah, Romantic Homicide. I'm not even kidding. In the back of... Oh, this is perfect. In the back of my mind, I killed you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it. But it's true. I hate you. And do you remember the girl called Celeste that was killed? Yeah. He has a song that was leaked called Celeste. Recorded in late December 2023, this was 2 years before she died, named after a former partner. She was 12. She was 12. 12 or 11. Ugh. Celeste is an unreleased song expressing his deep emotions for the alleged subject over a sad piano melody. David expresses his love for the subject, ending with a guitar solo. Following the announcement of a decomposed body found in a Tesla under David's name, many of his unreleased songs will begin to surface online. However, on September 17, Celeste surfaced following multiple sources revealing that David allegedly groomed, sexually assaulted, and murdered Celeste Rivera Hernandez, born September 7, who in 2010, who was reported missing. Do you see what I mean? How do you stand up in court and argue this? This lyrics here also incredibly telling. Baby, baby, I love you. So this is what it's like to not need weed to get me high. I love it when you hold me, when you cry. Just because. Be my Valentine. I want to make Cupid suicidal. Suicidal, or whatever. These are the kind of thoughts that cross my mind. Just because. He wrote this about like 11, 12-year-old girl, by the way. I love you so much. I love you so much. 12, 11-year-old girl, by the way. Darling, I would love to ease your mind, but you're only open up when you get high. You write this about 11, 12-year-old girl, and you fucking tell me that you're not disgusting. I think I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, it gets better. Because early in the case as well, they said that like both of them had matching tattoos called shh on their finger. Yeah. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattoo on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. But I digress, because... he's never getting out of that prison. He like like, if I'm not even kidding. If you listen to Celeste, the leaked song, or Romantic Homicide on YouTube, if you do that, if you listen to it knowing what you know now, it's creepy, it's eerie, it's like, tell me how your management and the people that work with you did not fucking know. Tell me. You can't bullshit that. Fuck no. So yeah. So he basically told on himself in all his music, and his music videos, I'm not even kidding, Backblood. Watch some of his music videos and you will see that it's oddly like, oh, what the heck? It's weird. Maybe we can watch some of them.
A toxicology report. However, they would say that whomever done this, it's racking my brains. I wonder who that means.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to spook him.
They likely had help dismembering and disposing of this young
Yeah,
teen's
probably,
body.
but who helped
Now
him?
to some breaking news. Singer David now considered a suspect in the death
Yeah,
investigation
about damn
of
time.
Celeste Rivas Hernandez. A source with knowledge of the investigation telling Eyewitness News.
In late November, David was, well, I mean, police didn't deny he was a suspect, but they didn't officially label him a suspect either.
If they labeled him a suspect, they probably had to have enough evidence to arrest him, and they probably wanted to wait a little bit. They probably wanted to wait. It's sad, but it happens.
Like, we all already know that he is most
And
definitely
yeah, she
a
wasn't
suspect
15, she was
when
14.
they're asked about it, right? They won't say he is, but they won't deny.
Because then
that
they
he
have
is.
to arrest
They're
him.
just being all sorts of coy, Roy. They ain't saying he is it, but they ain't saying he ain't it. And part of that's really like linking him to being a suspect, other than the whole dismembered body found in his car thing, seems to link to a mysterious trip that he took in the spring of 2025 to a remote place in Santa Barbara Canyon. Allegedly, in spring, he drove out there in the middle of the night and stayed there for a couple of hours. Now, spring of 2025 is when he made this trip. Celeste died, it's believed, in spring of
She died the
2025.
May 5th-ish, around there.
Was she in? Did he drive there in the Tesla? Was she a deceased Celeste in that car when he drove out there to this remote place? And police insiders have said he likely received help dismembering and disposing of her body. So,
yeah.
Did he drive out there with a deceased?
Like, could he have done it alone? I don't know. I actually do not know if he could have done it alone or not. People have managed to do stranger things, you know what I mean? But I feel it's weird that he's now arrested. He's facing a court case. Like, if he had help, the police probably would have known by now, you know what I mean? So, since nobody else have been arrested, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lurk and go to a different tab until this is over. I can't take this shit anymore. Oh yeah. What makes it worse is that when I was 14, I dated a girl that looked just like Celeste. Aww. The girl was my first love, yeah.
And then they went out to this remote place.
Yeah, I get why. Now it's...
dismembered her, and then put her back in the car.
It's soon
and
over.
drove back into the city and started, putting the car around all of these places before finally just
The
leaving
worst
it
part
there
of the case is over
when it
now.
was found. And there's still no actual cause of death on.
Yeah, but we have a cause.
Say no, she wasn't found frozen, because it doesn't make any sense. Here's what he said, right? I'm quoting from what he said. Celeste's body was not frozen. She was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense.
That's just a waste of time. Is there anything else that we are caught up now? I think.
Why didn't you guys come forward? Maybe call the police. Maybe, want to bring this.
Oh yeah, here we go.
She failed to show up to court as part of this grand jury and tell what she knew.
Wait, who?
She, what female witness? Probably will be charged really, really soon if they haven't been already. As part of this grand jury, they called forward an unidentified female witness. Wanted her to come in.
Could that have been one of her friends? Because apparently her friends of her was extorting David according to rumors. Which, you're a shitty friend. Why do... shitty friend. If you choose to extort him instead of, hey, police.
In to testify in front of a grand jury to tell...
It could have been her
what
friend,
she knew
maybe.
About Celeste's death.
Or his
possible
friend.
Murder. She failed to show up to court as part of this grand jury and tell what she knew.
Oh, yeah, you
because
get
she
arrested
failed
then.
to show up, it appears that she may be
Yeah.
arrested for contempt of court and then be forced to testify.
Yeah.
Who she is.
Yeah, it's a grand jury.
Those we'll have to wait and see. And all of that takes us up to the most recent updates in the case of David.
And this was
case,
4 months ago.
You know, I was just reading the other day. David is like the most searched Google person of the year of 2025. So yeah, this is it's pretty big.
It's probably that big because of the victim and how dumbfounded people are about how long this went on, to be fair. But yeah, we're caught up then. Goddamn. Goddamn. Imagine having... Can we watch something completely different if you're not signing off? Oh yeah, we can. Imagine having talent and then just throwing the fuck away. Hey, we have TikTok shop slop. Is that good? Oh, what do you have? Oh god, I need to copy the link because it opens in a weird window. Jesus Christ, the ad just blasted my ears. I'm sorry. God, that was my own damn fault. Oh, the PlayStation thingy. Is this a sign to just mod your PS4? Is it? I heard that shit today. I was loud. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. It opens in a weird window. I don't know why.
We need to talk about this.
Oh yeah, it's him!
DRM situation because there's been a lot of...
Dude, this is a sign I need to mod my PS4. Fuck that. I need to mod it. Fuck, you will never catch me, Sony!
especially because of a
modding it.
On the
You seen this guy before? Yeah, I have. I watched a couple of videos from him. He's cool. I like him. He's intelligent. And damn, look at the fucking displays in the background! Oh. I would beg on my knees to be like, hello, sir. Can I choose one thing to borrow? He has a cool ass display, dude. Ugh.
So it all began with
I love it.
recent firmware update for PlayStation where people noticed some kind of DRM was introduced. And all of this is explained very well by
Oh my
Video
God.
Games Chronicles article here, talking about how this was initially discovered by YouTube channel Modded Warfare, discovering that the new...
So it wasn't even announced, it was discovered, jeez. This does not good for that.
13.2 update for the PS5 console
Oh my God.
appeared to have also brought with it a new form of DRM in which digitally purchased games have to be verified going forward. And then somebody else tested this, Lance McDonald, who is a streamer and a modder, and he noticed that any game purchased on or after a certain date appears to have a 30-day timer applied to it. If the player doesn't play the game for 30 days, they'll have to connect their console online to renew the license and reset the timer to 30 days again. So,
Do you know how many PlayStation 5s are gonna get sold now? Jeez. It's almost like you should almost buy a PS5, just have it offline for like years until you mod it and just mod the shit. Oh my god.
the initial belief was
Oh, that's
that this
crazy.
was a DRM where you have to check in online every 30 days to ensure that your game is verified as it being legitimate. And basically there was this mass backlash because
Yeah,
people
no
thought,
fucking
well,
wonder.
what this does is basically completely neuter our ability to preserve digital games because, you know, many years down the line, if servers go down and, you know, the games are continuously...
You can't even play them!
to ensure, you know, like license and validity and all that, then there will come a point when
It's
these
useless.
checks cannot be performed when servers shut down,
Yeah.
and these digital games will be
Lost
completely
forever.
useless because they will not have access to servers that verify its validity and that allow access to the games. Now, some people believe that if the 30-day limit expired, then players would lose access to the game forever. That was a rumor that was spreading, but that certainly is not true. And
It wouldn't surprise me if that happened though.
and what we'll get to later is that even this, like, every 30 days renewal situation, that is something that people believed initially, but people are starting to discover what exactly is going on. I'll get to that in a bit, but this is where the story was at for a while. Basically, a new DRM where digital games required you to check in online every 30 days or you can't access them which is inconvenient for people with shoddy internet connection or people who, you know, just don't have readily accessible internet. Now, there's
What if you live in like country as India, where like you have like internet like once every 6 months, but all you do like you buy like some online games just to have for fun at home? Like, what do you do then? Like, what? do you have to bring your PS5 to the city to like activate your games? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I would be so mad. No. Oh my god, America. Sony. Nah. I would be so mad.
Something that only appeared to affect games that have been purchased after the firmware update, after a certain day, sometime in March or mid-April.
It's time to mod, dude.
Anything bought before that digitally seemed completely unaffected by this so-called new DRM. We know all of this because content creators started testing this DRM out. So YouTuber Spawnwave, for example, tested 4 games out, 2 digital games purchased after the firmware update and after the date in which games started to have DRM, and then games prior to that, so a digital copy of Crimson Desert bought before all of this started to happen, as well as a disc copy of Pragmata, physical copy. And what Spawnwave discovered was that after removing the CMOS battery from the console, the CMOS battery being an aspect that allows the console to track its internal clock, removing the CMOS battery basically simulates the CMOS battery dying, which is going to happen one day ways down the line.
Yeah.
And it simulates the console no longer being able to tell like what day it is, what time it is, and
Where am I?
long time has transpired, especially for these kinds of like check-ins.
Oh my
This is
god.
basically done to simulate not checking into a game or not having a game connect online for 30 days. It basically makes that an instantaneous process instead of having to wait 30 days to test it out. And after the CMOS battery was removed, what Spawnwave found was that games purchased prior to this whole DRM situation, so the digital copy of Crimson Desert, which was bought prior to the implementation of this DRM, and also physical copies of games were not afflicted by this at all. But then the 2 games that he purchased after the DRM reports emerged failed to run after the CMOS battery was removed.
Hold on, question. This, I might be a blonde, I might be stupid, but like I know those batteries are supposed to last, but like what if you're like 1 in a million, the unlucky person that has like a faulty inside battery? You just can't use it all then. It's like, oh yeah, you bought this, you can't use it. Why? You have to deliver it to Sony. Why? If we have to repair it, it's gonna cost $100 or more. Like, you're fucked. Sony has you bent over and have pegged you at this point. Sony is using you as a peg. The fuck? We're seeing it right there. You're fucked, yeah? Oh my god. No, it's time. You know what? Bring back modding.
With an error message saying can't use this content, can't connect to the server to verify your license.
Yeah,
and
time to
a
mod.
situation that reminded people of what was
That's
known
stupid.
as the C-bomb situation or the C-bomb issue back in 2021. Basically, there was a discovery that if you remove the CMOS battery on PlayStation 4, then it rendered your digital games unplayable. But Sony actually fixed that with a firmware update.
Oh yeah,
for
you
PlayStation
better.
4 in September of 2021. And so many were hoping that this was all ultimately another bug, another glitch that Sony could just patch.
I don't think it was a
Because
bug the first time, dude.
assumption was that this DRM is
Nothing is a
basically
bug
you have
there.
to check in online every 30 days to have access to your digital games.
Oh my god.
Which, again, we're learning that that might not be fully the case. And this is something that Does It Play, an organization focused on essentially games preservation and the like, hinted at when they tweeted the following, quote, received word from an anonymous insider within PlayStation, the Sony DRM issue is unintentional. From what we gathered, Sony accidentally broke something while fixing an exploit. They've known about the confusing UI for a while, but didn't see it as urgent, hoping for a clarifying statement now. But then something that seemed to contradict this notion was this response that somebody got from PlayStation support when they asked about this whole DRM situation. The response that they got was, quote, thank you for your interest on the 30-day timer that is being applied to all new purchases. Affected content, games purchased digitally after the March 2026 update. offline functionality. If the console does not connect to the internet within 30 days, the license expires and the game may refuse to launch until connection is restored. Primary console restriction: setting a console as primary does not bypass this 30-day requirement. The 30-day
Oh my god.
is not a sign of an account restriction or anything like that.
That's the
So with this
stupidest
response
thing
from
I've heard.
PlayStation support going viral, many people assumed the worst.
Yeah.
There's a new DRM that forces us to connect online every 30 days if we want to continue to have access to our digital games, which, you know, many found to be absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
and
it is
rightfully
bullshit.
So, the notion of a product that was purchased by a customer being restricted in that fashion is ridiculous. Imagine, like, getting a piece of furniture from IKEA, and if it doesn't connect online, then the furniture
Sorry.
crumbles onto itself, and it doesn't...
Sorry, honey, the couch doesn't work. Why not? We don't have an internet connection. The fuck? What you mean? Yeah, no, I can't use the couch. What? What?
You can't
Oh,
rebuild it
that's so
unless, like, you connect to the
stupid.
internet or some bullshit. It's like that level
Oh.
of, like, what are you doing here? And so, yeah, Sony started to get a bunch of backlash about this whole...
Buy a $600 gaming console. Buy a $70 game. Forget to check in once a month. Sorry, no more game for you. I would have dude. I'm wondering, is the EU are they gonna sue? Like in the EU, I don't know if you know. Us in the EU, we pissed off Apple. Okay, we pissed off Apple. Because the EU was like, hello, Daddy Apple. And Apple was like, uh-oh, no, 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 no. And the EU was like, yeah, hi, just so you know, bitches. You're not allowed to sell your iPhones here if you don't implement a USB-C charger for the iPhone. But we have our own... No. But we have our own... No, that doesn't matter, Apple. Oh, why not? No, because in the EU, yeah, we're gonna have USB-C, okay? F off. which meant Apple had to implement USB-C on everything. Which is fucking great for us. We were so happy. And then they messed up with Nintendo as well. Because they were like, hello, Nintendo. And Nintendo were like, hello? What is it? Yeah, we're seeing on the Switch too. Yeah, you need to have a detachable USB cable. Why? Yeah, because if you don't have that, like it's required in the EU that your consumers should be able to switch out certain parts. So Nintendo had to do that, which is fucking funny. So I'm wondering, and yet the UK is trying to sue Steam. Yeah, but we don't mind the UK, okay? UK is not us, okay? UK said F you, EU, and left us, okay? They're their own separate problem. It hasn't gone well for the UK since they were like, F everybody, we're solo. Yeah, it hasn't gone well. So, you know, they're their own little sinking ship. We in the EU, we are different. Oh my, it's so fucking crazy. There's so many crazy things happening, dude. I don't know, but I just want to play a fucking game, dude. I just want some monies to buy my Steam games and then play on Steam and then be happy. You know what I mean? I just want to buy myself a new game and be like, wow, woohoo! You know? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I like the comment underneath though. Looks like piracy's back on the menu.
Situation
Agree.
with tweets like these highlighting how expensive the actual consoles have become as a result of the current economic situation and the DRAM shortage and all these things, how games have become
It's
$70.
insane.
And if you forget to check in once a month, then, you know, you can't access your games. You've got plenty of people just like highlighting this whole...
Oh wait, what was that? Breaking Bad meme.
Your games.
PlayStation just confirmed it's intentional. You bought a game, you paid full price, go offline 30 days, it locks you out. Here's the part that should scare you. No public announcements, no mention in TOS, primary console doesn't help, which is fucking weird. Affects all purchases after March 2026. PlayStation support calls it a technical measure. I'm wondering if they're trying to fight piracy or what they're doing, but this is just gonna, you know, this is gonna encourage people to do piracy. What the hell?
Got plenty of people just like
Oh
highlighting
my
this
God.
whole situation and expressing their disdain at the implementation of such a feature, and this even became a headline on Twitter, and there's tons of discussion about this, tons of backlash, tons of people lambasting Sony for this implementation that we did
Goodbye,
not have the
Sony.
full story on until recently, to the point where people were starting to go back to this moment in PlayStation history when they were all about being able to take your games and like sell them or lend them and whatnot, and that being a point of emphasis that completely allowed PlayStation 4 to triumph over Xbox back in like E3 2013 and E3 2014. That was back when Don Matrick was in charge of Xbox.
For now, it's actually worth getting an Xbox, dude. Dude, listen, hear me out. Just buy a cheap ass Xbox used, okay? Digital Xbox used, the cheapest one you can get, okay? And buy Xbox Game Pass. Ta-da. Like, I have Xbox Game Pass, okay? I use it on this as well, okay? I use it on this, and I use it on my PC, and I use it on my Xbox. I use it everywhere. Like, I have the ultimate thing, so I can use it on more devices. Fucking wonderful. I love it. You know what I mean? It's like, wow. You get more value from the money for that. Sadly, most of the games Xbox has, I don't like. Most of my games are PS and or PC. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. For me, since, like, I stream Variety, I stream, like, a bunch of different games. So, you know, for me, I play so many different games. So for me, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah. I like Xbox. I like, you know, yeah. So I play a little bit of everything. I play a lot of Steam, but I also play a lot of the Xbox. So, but if you had to choose, like, if you had to choose between Sony or Xbox right now, if you had to choose, I would go with Xbox. Because you would actually get more value right now. Oh my god.
Try to DRM-fy just about every aspect of the Xbox One at the time, which did not go down well, and they had to reverse that decision.
Yeah.
Many are like, oh, so now PlayStation is putting Xbox from back in 2013.
Oh
People
my
are
god.
still going, what happened to those days?
Xbox reversed it, now Sony's like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let us try. What the fuck? The only good thing is it only affects newly bought games, not my already extensive library. Yeah, that's true. But imagine how shitty though if there's a new Xbox sale and you buy like a 5-year-old game and it's like, oh hey, you have to connect. So like you can basically not buy anything else now. It's just like, fuck, I'm screwed. That sucks.
That now we're seeing these kinds of egregious DRMs. Now, clarification began to happen when Does It Play responded to Culture Crave's report here that games on PlayStation, digitally purchased games on PlayStation, now require an internet connection once every 30 days to validate the license. Does It Play corrected this by saying wrong, not every 30 days. And when asked for an explanation, Does It Play eventually directed to the following Reset Era post where people did some investigating, and here's what they discovered, and this suddenly makes the situation make a lot more sense. So this is the post in question that talks about how this new DRM works, and what they basically highlighted is that recently PlayStation 4...
Which didn't even release until after this an update, yeah. Well, the news came about, which is sadly under the list. You remember versus Hades 2. Oh no! Oh, and hey, okay, I haven't finished Hades 1. I need to play it. Planning on doing it on stream, but it looks fucking dope. I like the little parts that I got to play of it. And Hades 2, like I heard so many people talk so highly of it. Ugh, that sucks.
Got jailbroken,
God.
and a lot of people start to jailbreak their PlayStation 4s. And as part of that, something that jailbroken PS4 users can do is extract the license file of a game. And an exploit that was discovered is that you can purchase a game, and then within the 14 days refund window, you can extract the indefinite license file that basically says you own the game, and then refund the actual game and basically get the game for free that way.
What?
So this user
Can you do
discovered
that?
in their investigation, and what they surmised was that the way Sony and PlayStation decided to address this exploit is by making it so that any newer games purchased now have a temporary 30-day license that only lasts for 14 days that only last for the amount of time.
So it is to fight piracy. Jesus Christ. Like, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I think they made this policy in response to people doing it. Yeah. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. In movies, okay? In movies, people have been doing piracy for years, okay? People have shared copies. Like in the 90s, you borrow DVDs from your neighbor, you know? You borrow cassettes. Everything. Like you rented movies like at the local kiosk, right? Yeah, you did that. People have been piracy, you know, when DVDs came. Same with music, okay? People have been piracy. And yeah, of course, like, yeah, artists should be supported, you know, filmmakers should be supported. But I feel like the one category that is like insane, that like we want every single penny, like we don't want a single sale, we don't want to lose a single sale, is the gaming industry. Like I don't know about you, but I see very few, and I mean very few, I see very few people piracy indie games compared to AAA games or Sony games. Take a hint, maybe. I don't know. Oh, you're all like, no matter what you do, you're always gonna have piracy. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not saying, hey, do it, but no matter what you're gonna do, people are gonna find a way. You know what I mean? Like, people are gonna find a way. It doesn't matter how well you lock it down, because the customers you have that are actually willing to pay for it, you're gonna chase them away by restricting them so much that it just destroys the fun for people. And people who do piracy, they're gonna continue to do piracy. What the hell do you mean? What do you mean? Like, people can jailbreak their Kindles, and you're telling me that this is nah.
That is the window in which players can refund the digitally purchased game, and then after that window is up, that 30-day license is automatically replaced with the usual indefinite license. And that way, for jailbroken PS4 users who try to use that exploit, now when they purchase a game, the license that they extract is a 30-day license that only allows them to keep the game and its license temporarily, and that way they can't refund the game and keep an indefinite license. They only keep a temporary 30-day license that eventually expires. But then after the 14 days are up, then the game gets updated with an indefinite license.
Oh my God.
And by then, you know, the jailbroken PS4 users get to keep the indefinite license, but now they can't refund the game, so that closes this particular exploit. So basically,
like, they should have been able to solve this in a different way. Don't tell me, okay? It's Sony, okay? You have enough people working behind the scenes. Don't tell me there's not a different way.
The 15th day of
God.
your new game purchase from here on out, your 30-day license that lasts for 14 days gets replaced with the indefinite license, and things work the way they used to, which is that you can play.
Plus, then again, I'm actually wondering, I don't have the stats, I don't know, but like, how many actually do have a jailbroken PS4, PS5? Like, I haven't done it, but I don't think that, like, it is common knowledge. Now, we all have seen people who like, hey, I will jailbreak it if you pay me that and that, you know? But like, how many? Is he talking about an alternative method to what we're talking about? Or is he saying this is what Sony's doing? This is what Sony's doing. They are doing this to close the window so jailbroken PS4s cannot get license.
These games even if you don't have internet access. But to
Oh
get
my
that
God.
indefinite license after the 14 days window is up, you still do have to connect to the internet this one time, get that indefinite license, and from then on, that game will
It's
work
such a
without having
stupid
to
solution.
check in and sign in constantly every month or whatever, which was the initial assumption until people discovered all of this through investigation, none of which Sony and PlayStation clarified, and
Oh
that
my God.
miscommunication or lack thereof, the complete lack of communication, is what led to all of this speculation. And so, yeah, Sony and PlayStation brought a whole lot of negative PR upon themselves temporarily, as a result of just like not telling people what they're doing. It caused a mass panic that made everyone assume that forevermore from here on out, digital games will require monthly online check-ins, which effectively kills the ability to preserve these games on the part of people who bought them. Thankfully, this is not the case. Basically, after 14 days, you sign in once, you get that indefinite license after the exploit is no longer possible to be done, and then you never have to verify that game's validity by constantly signing into the internet.
Okay, so after the refund period, okay, if I understand him correctly, you buy the game, then there's a refund period. When that refund period is over, you sign in once to verify, then you never have to do it again. That is much better, yeah. But the one thing that I think is sucky, that is gonna really suck for people with unstable internet, people who might not have access to internet all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there might be kids, teenagers that don't have internet at home, so they bring, like, let's say they bring their PlayStation to their aunt or something, buy the couple of games they want, right, bring it home, play it offline. They might do that. Sucks for them, you know? Like, I still think it's fucking stupid. It's dumb. Oh my god. That is actually, it's still stupid.
And whatnot.
Like, that I think that actually could be enough of a hassle that people are gonna say, fuck it, we don't play Sony anymore. Oh, it's definitely stupid, but yeah. Like, it's gonna add an extra step that makes people go like, nah, I'm good.
Applies to
But it's still
digital
quite as
games,
bad.
which
Yeah,
need
yeah,
access
that's
to
true.
the internet anyway to download. So, you know, this is not necessarily the worst case scenario that people initially imagined.
It's still not
but
good.
At the same time, there are many folks who are
It's a loss as a consumer, okay? If you're a consumer, that's a loss for you. It's not good. It's not good. It's as a consumer, fuck no.
We're still not necessarily defending this whole situation because it is to a degree a resurrection of the C-bomb, as does it play highlights here. It's not the most egregious version of it because, again, after 14 days, all this gets rectified if you log into the internet once. But you still have to log into the internet. There is still some form of
It's a
DRM.
hassle.
And the way they implemented this without telling people, without making some kind of announcement and causing mass panic
Yeah.
is not something that people are appreciating.
No.
So I just wanted to clear up confusion with this video and explain exactly what's going on so you can be informed about all of this. And, you know, people have their feels about all of this, but at the very least, we know exactly what's going on, which is, you know, better than nothing. So there you have it, folks. That's basically the nitty-gritty that you need to know about what's going on with this recent Sony and PlayStation DRM. I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this. Is the clarified version of this DRM where you get an indefinite license after the refund period is over, is that something that you're like, oh, okay, like that's fine? Are you still in the camp of like, this is still in some way, shape, or form egregious? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
I still think it's stupid. Like you have to swallow some camels. Like, honestly, how many sales are you making sure you get? Like 10? Like, I don't know. Oh god, they're gonna make everything so hard. I was about to lose it when I first heard about it. Thankfully, this guy clarified it. Yeah. Like, do I think that this will stop people from piracy? No. Absolutely not. Hell no. It's not gonna stop anybody. Like, yeah, you're not gonna win. God damn, it's still stupid. Oh, PS2 days were honestly the best times we had. I agree. I still have 2 PlayStation 2. I have 1 black and then I have 1 pink. I bought the pink cheap on a used site like not many years ago. All the more reason to give stop killing games more reason to go into legislation. Yeah. Every attempt to stop piracy only makes piracy more appealing. He has a point. You have a point. You can't stop piracy. The only effective version of anti-piracy are only online titles that require multiplayer. Every time they do try to stop it, they just prove game more and more correct. The easier way to stop piracy is not by putting anti-piracy technology to work. It's by giving those people a service that's better than what they receive from the pirates. Do you remember, like, years ago when Spotify was new? Spotify was such a good deal that people that normally did piracy was like, fuck it. Nah, I'll just get a subscription. People who did piracy got a subscription. And then Spotify started fucking around, and people were like, fuck it, we're going back to we're going back to piracy. Dude, I'm not even kidding. The same with Netflix, okay? Netflix was good. Then Netflix was like, hey, we know you paid, but we're gonna add ads in for the shit you're paying. So if you're paying a Netflix membership at a certain level, you get ads, okay? People who paid for Netflix was like, fuck it, I'm going back to piracy. I didn't pay for fucking ads, you know? It went back to piracy. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? The same happened. It was like, it happened with Netflix, it happened with Amazon. There has never been a better time for people to be like, fuck it, piracy, here we come. Captain Jack Sparrow, put on your damn boots, we're going on a ride. People are just running back. It's like, we had a good deal, dude. Industries was finally making money again. What happened? No. We're adding ads. The same with HBO now. I think you get, even if you paid for like premium HBO, you got fucking ads during the Olympic Games. We paid for ad-free experience. So people were like, hey, I'm refunding, fuck this. No. And all I can hear in my head is oh my god. If I ever make a game or a song or something like that, you know what? I'm just gonna be thankful for whoever buys it. I'm gonna be like, thank you. Thank you. Oh, hold on. I have hand cream on me. Oh, I need something funny in my life. Oh, God. Oh, well, technically, I need bed because I'm supposed to jog 3 kilometers tomorrow. We hope. It's so perfumey. Hold on. I'm sticky now. There we go. Oh god. I'm sticky. Okay, we can watch some of it.
Production can't afford that song.
No, you're right.
Oh my god. Production can't afford that song.
You'd never expect Nick Fury to be the one making others break, but
man, 10 out of 10.
One of his over-the-top outbursts had
it was one of the best things from Marvel did.
If it had made the final cut, it could have easily been the funniest moment in the entire film.
Why me? Because I want you to stop by that Chinese West Indian place, Wings and Chains, and pick us up some food before you come back. Now take it.
In Snakes on a Plane, the iconic "I have had it" line.
Oh, this one!
Original script.
Dude, I swear to God, I watched this at my grandma's house. And I was like, I don't know if I'm scared or if it's just really badly animated. I wasn't sure, but I was like,
It came from a parody made before the film's release, and honestly, the entire movie feels like it exists just to build up to Jackson delivering that one line.
Enough is enough. I have had it.
Yeah.
Snakes on this motherfucking plane.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes. Oh yeah, I can turn it up. Jesus Christ.
Messing
Sorry.
up a take might slide with
There we
other
go.
actors, but it definitely doesn't with Jackson. And Kobe Smulders learned that the hard way when she tried to laugh it off and talk her way through it.
I can do both,
We need
actually.
to
There we
link
go.
all 3 carriers for this to work. I got confused with my eyeline. I think I looked directly into camera.
I don't care. You just forgot the line. Now you're trying to make up some other What was that
No,
the last?
Jackson has built an entire career on cursing with precision
Oh!
and commitment. So
Oh, that
finding
looked
out
like her.
Jonah Hill, someone who came decades later, beat him at his own game,
Oh, hell
really
no.
hit differently, and his denial just couldn't have been any funnier.
There's a list of someone who said the most swear words in movie history.
Who won?
It's not you. It's Jonah Hill.
That's some bull.
Oh my god.
In Pulp Fiction, the moment where Jules suddenly flips the table wasn't in the script. Jackson improvised it on the spot. Frank Whaley's startled reaction was completely genuine. He stayed in character and kept the scene going.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
In The Other Guys, pairing Jackson's cool, no-nonsense attitude with Farrell's goofiness was basically a recipe for chaos. Every time they shared a scene, it felt like things quickly got onto the verge of falling apart, and in the funniest way possible.
Keep your mouth shut. I want you to talk. I will run my arm up your ass.
With the fucking camera.
See this picture on your MySpace page? When they Google ass whooping, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
There's always that one guy who gets clowned in every group and ends up being a walking punchline for half the jokes. And this time, it was Kevin Hart who got hilariously trolled by Jackson for
Doesn't he always get trolled?
To pick up the bill.
Like, I'm sorry, doesn't Kevin Hart always get trolled? He either gets trolled by The Rock, by Samuel Jackson, by oh my god, what is his name? Snoop Dogg? Like, what do you mean? What freaking movie was this cast? I don't... Good question.
At a cast dinner.
It's not him. It ain't Kevin.
What do you mean?
It ain't Kevin.
Kevin's like
T-Rex when the bill comes.
It's a shirt on.
Roger, Terrence, Don Cheadle, Sam, and Kevin, yeah.
Samuel L. became one of the rare guests to drop an F-bomb on Saturday Night Live during the What Up With That sketch.
Oh no,
in
hire
season
me, I will
38.
drop F-bombs for free.
Jackson, man. Hey, come on, Sam. It's some bullshit. Come on now. That costs money.
The slip wasn't planned. Kenan Thompson was supposed to cut him off mid-line, but he misread the cue card and missed his timing, letting the full word slip through by.
Samuel L. Jackson, man. Hey.
In SWAT, there are plenty of flashy training montages,
SWAT.
with Jackson pushing Michelle's character to join his team. But there was also a
I
pretty
see you're not
awkward
only
moment
see
that
Fast and
later
Furious,
got
dude.
cut, where he walks in at just the wrong time and somehow still remains completely focused on his training.
On those headshots, you always want to hit the vermilion line after you finish that.
Kind of constantly. God damn.
Captain Marvel, one of Nick Fury's funniest moments, was completely improvised by Jackson. When examining the dead scroll, Fury lifts its eyelid to take a peek, something that wasn't in the script.
They're ugly bastards, aren't they?
In Return of Xander Cage, Jackson's character tries recruiting Neymar Jr. when they're dramatically interrupted by a thief. But something similar actually happened behind the scenes when a customer casually walked into a restaurant set and ended up in a real-life scuffle while the cameras were still rolling.
Because soldiers are built to take orders and fight wars.
Oh.
But we, my friend, are not at war. There's war behind us.
Yeah, literally. What the hell?
The last thing you'd ever want to do is goof up when Jackson is around. He's usually way too cold for those things, but on the set of Sphere, Dustin Hoffman somehow managed to get laughs out of even Jackson's dead serious persona.
I was doing a movie with Dustin Hoffman, and in the middle of the shot, Dustin just stops and goes, wait, cut. Sam, I saw you. I said, you saw me what? I saw you say to yourself, oh my God, that's Dustin Hoffman.
Jackson might not be a full-on tech wizard, but
Shaft.
after running S.H.I.E.L.D. for years, he picked up enough tricks to casually outplay a fast-talking FBI agent and all his tech talk in Shaft.
Like they got the same exact thing going for the elevators and the lobby. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a loop.
Same thing going. That don't sound like no fucking high-tech talk to me. This motherfucker's supposed to be a high-tech FBI, IT man. He talking about the same thing. Learn your lines, bitch.
Learn your
People
lines.
might break when they accidentally forget or flub their lines, but with Jackson, it's a whole different story. And in Age of Ultron, he just turns it into a completely unhinged and downright hilarious rant instead.
Why am I going over here?
To see him on the thing and tell him,
But why did I do that?
don't be going all stealth mode, mother. We can't see you.
The world is bigger than this.
The world?
Yes, please.
During Kong's release, while Warner Brothers was rolling out a super polished, big-budget marketing campaign, there was Jackson on the side, basically nuking the whole thing with one tweet, packed with more trolling and profanity than the film's entire script.
But I can't read what you wrote on Facebook, but I thought maybe if you would like
why is this mother Kong Island movie all up in my shot?
There you go, yeah.
Having a scene you've worked hours on get completely ruined by a phone can annoy anyone. And with Jackson and Shaft, you just know the atmosphere was bound to get intense. Luckily, the culprit stayed unknown. Otherwise, things might have gotten very uncomfortable.
Kids got to leave. I think it's going to take me straight to Gordito. Whose fucking phone is that?
Turn off the damn phone!
Tom Holland's tendency to break character is already off the charts, so pairing him with Jackson's intense energy in Far From Home basically guaranteed some hilarious on-set chaos.
We're almost there. Shut the thing on my line.
In Spider-Man Far From Home, when Peter Parker hesitates to take on a mission from Nick Fury, claiming he's just a friendly neighborhood superhero, Fury responds with the memorable line,
I mean, I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, sir.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
This was actually
You've been
improvised
to
by Jackson, who
space.
added extra words
He
to
has
make
a
it
point.
even more impactful.
Okay, I understand.
When it comes to breaking character,
Bitch
Samuel
wants
L.
to
is
be
usually
to
the last
space.
person you'd expect to crack, but during the rooftop jump scene in The Other Guys, Dwayne Johnson completely flipped the script with a perfectly timed prank.
Tuck and roll when you hit.
Yeah. What the?
Oops.
When did he jump?
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Most actors show up to auditions with notes and rehearsals, but Jackson walked in with a hamburger, a bad mood, and zero effort to hide it. And Tarantino liked the vibe so much, he recreated the whole thing into one of the film's most iconic moments.
Yeah, but Tarantino is a special guy, dude. He's like that.
Tasty burger.
Fun fact, unlike pretty much everyone, I don't like Tom Holland, so I never watched any of his Spider-Man movies. What do I feel? I don't know what I feel about it. I feel like I don't mind him. But then again, I never got like super committed to one Spider-Man because I just got so fed up that they kept switching them, you know what I mean? Like they kept switching them so many times that I just stopped caring, to be honest. So whenever I watch a movie with Spider-Man in, I just watch it because, yeah. I'm never too, because I don't, oh god, yeah.
Remember how many times Jackson had enough of those infamous snakes on the plane? Well, turns out even behind the scenes, he was constantly on edge, especially when
Yeah,
one
no
of the
wonder.
crew accidentally ended up soaking him mid-shoot.
What about this?
Okay. You. I was about to use the C word there.
Oh my god.
You cute actress, you.
Oh, yeah, they have all fucking 3 in the last war, no him. Yeah, I get fed up when, like, why do we need to switch to Spider-Man so many times? I just don't understand. It's hard for me to build a relation to a character when we do that. So yeah, apparently it was due to licensing issues. Oh my god. It's just annoying. Yeah. So yeah. No, I'm running 3 kilometers hopefully tomorrow, unless I'm feeling dead. But so I'm gonna go to bed because I have 6 hours of sleep. But it was fun. Mostly between Marvel and Sony owning Spider-Man at different times. Oh my god. Wow. That's nasty. See, Sony comes in again. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed. It was great seeing you again. Have a nice rest. Thank you, Bat Blood. Nice seeing you today. If you haven't followed, consider following. I will be on again tomorrow. Woo, 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 woo. Yay. Yeah. Then we might be playing some games, actually. Because I don't have time. I was too sore today. I'm sorry. Yeah. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for today.